And we are live. There we go. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. We are here at the Jump Street Podcast. Welcome to episode 2. We made it all the way to 2. How's it feel? How you doing today?
Feels good.
All right, we're good. I'm just checking levels and everything. We should be all right. All right, how we sounding out there? We sound good? Let us know if, we don't sound good, or I know we don't look good, but just let us know if something's going wrong.
Yeah, if you can hear us or if you can't hear us, just please let us know on the chat.
Definitely. And I invite all your friends in, tell them to come join, watch the show. We're going on for the next hour and a half or something like that. So tell all your friends, tell everyone to come in.
It's a big party.
There's room for all of us.
There's room.
Got our party cups.
We got our party cups.
Hello, kampai.
We were playing beer pong with these earlier.
Yeah, right.
So forgive us if we're a little whoop.
Have not played beer pong in many, many, many years.
But these are beer pong cups.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us. We are on, be sure to like and follow us on all of our platforms. We're on Instagram.
Yes.
The Facebook, which you're watching this on.
Yes.
YouTube. We're on SoundCloud. We're waiting for the iTunes approval, so stay tuned for that. But as of now, we're on SoundCloud, Stitcher, so you can listen to us on those platforms for now. And we have a Patreon page in case you feel like being generous.
Yep. Yeah. On Instagram, it's Jump Street Podcast. At Jump Street Podcast. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/Jump Street Podcast. So check us out. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe, like, follow, and we'll try to, keep you happy.
We have good content, I think, so far.
I think so.
Putting out good stuff.
Well, yeah, I think we have one episode.
Clips here and there, like BT. Yeah, we have an episode. Yeah, we're doing good for one episode.
But yeah.
So let's. I'm going to jump into some news that's going around in the skating world right now. I just saw yesterday that Miguel Ramos from Puerto Rico, he teamed up with Blader Gang to make a T-shirt to help raise money. I think all the profits for the T-shirts go to a nonprofit called Caminos, and it's some sort of nonprofit that gets money towards skaters. I don't know exactly where they are. Maybe Puerto Rico, maybe just anywhere.
I believe it's Puerto Rico.
It's just Puerto Rico? Okay.
I think so.
So it gets money towards them so that they can, kids have money for skate gear to, travel, for cameras, fixing up local skate parks and stuff like that, which is cool.
All the proceeds, like 100%.
Yeah, all the proceeds go towards that, which is awesome because I know in Puerto Rico especially, they need as much help as they could get down there already.
Totally.
So, any money, every dollar goes a long way.
Yeah, so if you guys, they're also really cool shirts.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Miguel's favorite saying.
Yeah, the invert.
It's like "Tootie top."
Super sick.
Well, it's like the to the top, and it's like Miguel's always like "Tootie top."
Oh yeah, Tootie top.
So he's like trying to take this "Tootie top."
He has a good he has a good promo video out for it.
He does
now.
Oh, it's a great video, and yeah, the shirt's great, and it's him doing one of his classic inverts on it. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to own a cool shirt and support a good cause, go to Blader Gang. That's bladergang.com.
Yeah, we have a link in the description to the store too. So afterwards, after you're done watching with us, you could go buy a few shirts if you want, or anything else from the Blader Gang store. Good to support those guys too.
Yeah, always.
Was there any other random news before we got into the?
I think because I think everyone knows, everyone who's tuning in knows we have 2 special guests. So we're gonna
before that,
we're gonna have our WTF of the week before we have our guests.
Yes, a little early than usual.
A little earlier,
not usual because we only have one other episode, but still, we have the one.
So our WTF of the week this week goes to John Vasugi. He has a clip on Instagram. I think this is during the Colorado road trip that they have.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do something like this before.
Yeah, and he just jumps.
He pretty
much straight airs.
Channel gap over like a fucking...
What, like 16 foot?
What do you call that? What do you call that circle part of like a bowl? Do you know?
Oh, it's... I wish the boys were here because I don't like
actual West Coast park bladers.
Everyone Eric Bailey 100% knows what that's called.
So right now there's 60 people watching right now. They're all screaming at us.
Is anyone on the live chat? Does anyone know what that little pocket's called?
Yeah, I have no idea. Little bowl scoop, the corner.
I feel like it should be like a knuckle.
It's not the knuckle. I know what I know what a knuckle is, but it's so sick because
ladle?
he ladle
like a ladle end.
It's so sick because he jumps late on it, kind of. Right. You see that, and then he makes the landing, which is super
cool.
Oh, I just noticed now, there's a little lip there, but there's no lip on the jump part. Yeah. So he lands in it, but he doesn't launch out of it. Damn, super sick.
If he would have cleared that by 3 feet, it wouldn't have been as cool.
No,
it's
of course
because
not.
He just made it.
Jeez, he didn't even grab it or anything. He just fuck it. Let me just huck this shit. So sick. We also have
we have an honorable mention WTF of the week?
Because I saw this yesterday and I was like, this is pretty fucking cool. We should shout this one out too. This one is from, oh, by the way, all these clips are on the Blades of Glory Instagram page. We're getting them from this week. So shout out to Blades of Glory. This one is Julian Cadeau with...
Oh, we just found out from our producer that it's called a cradle.
Is that right? Does that sound better?
It's a cradle.
Okay, I never even heard that before.
That's it. Okay.
I hate the caption. Cradle. Everyone's cradle.
Okay, it's cradle.
So, Max says the devil's butthole. The devil's butthole. But yeah, check this.
This is our honorable mention, WTF of the week. Julian Cadeau doing it's like a full pipe-ish backflip. It's kind of like a backflip, but it's like a full pipe. I had to watch it a few times. I was like, did he full pipe?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see if he full piped it.
But he backflips it.
Yeah, I guess you can't really full pipe it because see the little thing sticking out the side. Yeah. It's kind of crazy that he did it like that because if you clip that, you're fucking done. Because
I would have broke my neck and landed on my face if I would have tried that. So you got to give it up.
And that was pretty flawless too. I want to see the outtakes to shit like that, like Joe Atkinson's backflip that he did. Like
did they have outtakes to that one?
I don't know, but I was just saying, that would be fucking crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if both of these dudes did that first try.
I think you kind of have to do it first try because what happens if you don't do it? Like you get fucked up. You either roll back and you whack the back of your head, or
you body splat. Straightforward.
You don't want to do that.
No, you could.
You would do like a natural scorpion because you would just like wrap around the concave of the bowl or whatever.
Yeah, or you might do it when you land. It's like too fast, so you just slip out and crack your head open.
Either way, it's no good.
It's not cool.
It's not like the NIST back in the day or ASA when they had the full pipe and they had like the guys with the pads underneath it. Remember like the gym mats they run underneath it? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like the NIST back in the day?
When they had like the huge monster one that like Jaron Grove.
Yeah, the Jaron Grove. Yeah.
As
soon as he went up, the guy underneath would just run with the pad.
It was like a 2-foot thick like gymnastics mat that they threw under the people.
It's fucking crazy. There's none of that in the streets though. It's cool that people are doing that in the street though.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's sick. So
those are our what the fuck of the weeks. Our WTF of the week and our honorable mention WTF.
We're getting them out of the way this week.
John Basugi and Julian Cadeau.
Look who's watching, Craig Brocklehurst.
Oh, Craig.
We were just talking about you, Craig. So nothing but good things to say, of course. Nothing but good things.
All right.
Should we move into it?
Getting straight into it. Why all you guys are watching the show this week. All the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we have the Kelsos.
Woo! Oh, I should have music. Oh, yeah. Reunited. Remember? Reunited.
Oh, yeah, we should have been reunited by Wu-Tang.
16.
Hey. So, yeah, guys. Talk close to the mics.
Yeah, scoot in, everyone.
We're still learning mic etiquette, dude.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We don't know how to... First of all, thanks for coming out, guys. Seriously.
Thanks for having us.
We saw you guys drop the skate on Instagram. Like we saw the leaked photo.
Don't let them cheat on your cars.
Okay. We saw the leaked photo of the basement skate, and we were like, no, because we just started the podcast, and we were like,
damn, you jumped right into it. Okay.
No, we have to get them on the podcast. So thanks for coming out
on the cast
for real.
Yeah, you guys were quick to come through, and we appreciate that. And we never get to hang out anymore together, really. So it's sick that we were able to get together for this.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse.
It's a good excuse. A little bit of pizza.
Damn, this is annoying. I don't
know. A little bit of
hanging
out.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I think, my bad. I think your volume's down. Fuck.
Whose?
Theirs.
Theirs?
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry. They couldn't hear you. They were just hearing us. Hopefully they heard them.
I know. I lost the camera now. What happened? Pull the wire out and put it back in. Sorry about the
guys,
technical.
We're having some technical difficulties.
This is live. This is real live.
That's what happens.
The bottom one.
You know, if you go to a live show, live music, anything could happen. It's unhinged.
At least you have someone.
It's crazy
right now.
How are we?
Okay,
looking?
we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Sorry about that, everyone. I think I have to hold this like this because now I have to talk to you guys. So I'm gonna be like
full like rap status, like he's holding the mic. I feel like I should be beatboxing. You know?
I'm Bob Barker right now. So.
All right. Well, getting straight into it, like everyone who knows you guys knows.
Wait, introduce yourselves. Come on, say something.
You want to start it off? Yeah, I mean.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to place bets on who's going to sit next to who. We were going to set bets to see who's sitting next to who. Go ahead, though. Set it off, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, my name's Colin. It's my brother, Sean. We've been running Basement since the beginning of 2017. People that know us know that we've been skating next to Fish in Austin for God knows how long. But when they invited us to come through, of course we took the opportunity. We've known each other for...
Yeah, however long.
Yeah,
Oof.
I think it was like VG16. Like,
100%.
Well, for fish.
It was
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Dave Payne and the year 2001 or something. 2000. Long time.
Yeah.
So I'm Sean Kelso, one half of Bacemint. I've obviously known these guys. Austin has been like a mentor to me in some kind of way, just moving forward with video production over the years. So thank you, Austin,
Yeah.
for all the help that you've given me. My brother and I have, some people may know this about Bacemint, but we share, we don't even share. We have very different roles together. So I take over like
As
more
far
of
as like
the-
basement, you mean?
As far as Bacemint, yeah.
Yeah, he does the fun stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't
he
even-
The
has-
creative stuff.
I
I do
didn't-
the boring things.
I didn't even know
The
this.
business
Actually.
end.
Yeah, that no one
Yeah.
wants to even hear about.
So for those that didn't know that, Colin is like the vital part to making sure that the company actually exists and everything goes in that right direction. And I make sure it has that good look that I guess people have
Yeah.
grown to respect over the years, or
More
over the
the-
year and some.
What do you mean? You do like the designing and stuff?
Creative
I
aspect.
do, yeah, pretty much everything creative behind it, with his eye as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that you did all that too.
yeah.
Well, we've outsourced to a couple
Yeah.
different people in the beginning. Jason.
I mean, your first logos
helped
and
us
shit.
with Illustrator. Chase Foley did the original
Mhm.
designs.
Recently,
and
Matt
Luda's
Luda.
helped a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did your like original logo? The B with the.
That's Chase
Okay.
Foley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Close friend of Anthony Marcione.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Word.
Very cool. All right. Well,
That's cool to see you guys doing a new company though and all this shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's-
in this day and age.
it
Yeah.
was really surprising too.
Yeah, right. I remember you told me I was like, "Yo, we starting something." Like, "Oh shit, crazy."
Yeah, come through. Show me how to take photos.
Yeah, pretty much. Only if your mom hooks me up with pickles in the fridge.
Plentiful.
All right, we're going to get more on Bacemint later on. Also, if you guys have any questions for them, leave them in the comments below. We'll have an open Q&A session at the end. So you could ask them now. We're more likely to answer them later on because then we have less scrolling to do. But we want just regular Colin and Sean
Yeah.
conversations right now.
I think
Yeah.
I think one of the first things we wanted to touch on that, because you guys have had such an impact on skating throughout the years in terms of like standards and quality, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's always been, anyone who knows you knows that that's a real strong part of your personality or philosophy on skating. And just like, so we kind of just wanted to talk about like, the Philly standard, like, like, because when we first went to Philly, we were like, whoa, like these guys are about staying fakey on their tricks, grabbing all their tricks. Like you had like the first 900 and, it was
Yeah.
probably still to this day, like,
The only
one of the best
proper-
900s. It was
Yeah.
grabbed, it was stayed fakey. And I believe it was at your high school,
It
which
was.
is,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is some of the probably nostalgic for you.
Definitely. I mean, when Sean and I were growing up, like Jimmy Shooter, Jeff Frederick, that was like the rule. Like
Yeah.
those guys set the precedent. They were the first people skating street in Philadelphia. So just naturally being younger than them, of course, like anything that they had to say as far as standards or style or whatever you could name, like, yeah, like we followed it.
Yeah.
Didn't even question it.
Yeah.
Like it would.
I,
That's what
It was just, yeah.
It's interesting nowadays though because it's still progressing into a standard that we never thought we would have, like
Yeah.
with everything down to exactly how it's filmed. Like if your arm went a certain way, or like he didn't freak the .3.
Yeah, you
a
guys used
certain
to bug
way.
out
Like,
about that shit.
everything, like we'll redo something until it's perfect. So I mean that progression
Perfection,
of that
yeah.
progression of standard is still rising for
Yeah.
us, and I think that's something special to think about.
And I don't think it did you guys a disservice at all. I think it's like was amazing for you guys because it just like set such a marker. Like you look back and you watch some of those videos, and because of that way, it lasts the test of time. Like a lot of those tricks,
Yeah,
Interesting.
for sure. And we like to pay homage to the old school, obviously. Like we show respect, show love to standards we grew up with, but as like skating evolves and you have like a younger generation coming up with new concepts, like part of the fun for I guess older guys like us is to try to stay relevant and adapt those standards into the new way. And I mean, skating doesn't look like it did even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Do you attribute like your styles and stuff to like Shuda and Frederick and those guys?
oh, for sure.
Mhm.
I mean,
at least the beginning stages. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been influenced by.
But were you
pretty
skating
much-
with them when like you in the beginning, or you
Oh,
just
no.
watching videos of them and shit?
I mean, at least as far as I remember it, they didn't want to have anything to do with us. No, but see, that's the cool thing. Like nowadays, it's like if you have these strong opinions or like you're mean to someone, it's like, whoa, like what is that? Like you need to be supportive in this day and age. But back then, they weren't supportive.
It was
like
completely
that
different.
shit talk.
I always think about that shit too.
It really shaped us. And nowadays, I don't think you could get away with some of that.
Nowadays, they're soft.
No, it's true. Well, I just don't think there's as many, like, I think maybe, is it because of the amount of participants, like, that are around now, or is it just because of the level of what do you think that is that caused that?
I think the demographic has changed. Like, we look at our insights on Basement's Instagram, like, the average ages span from 25 to 32. I think it is. Back then, I mean, you're talking about, like, 15-year-old, like...
So you think it's just, like, the maturity has changed? That's what it is?
I think rollerblading hasn't really developed a younger generation. Like it's just old dudes holding on to it.
Yeah,
that's a lot of that, definitely.
Yeah,
that's us.
I mean, yeah. But we still love it. So you know.
But you see other parts of the world, like parts of Asia and Europe. They
train younger kids.
Like that Korean guy that was skating around with Julio. Like that kid's sick.
That is so sick.
I think that same kid or one of his buddies did like a cork 1080.
Double cork 1080.
Yeah, so I think it's like 13 years old.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Were you double cork 1080ing at 13?
No.
So you do see that in other places, though.
You do.
You don't see that in the States. I wonder why that is.
With the younger kids, maybe like less.
Yeah, because you see it in
camps
Europe,
and stuff
you
like
see
that.
it in Asia, and it's South America, you know.
Less camp. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not on that side of the.
You have to do some market research. Get back to you.
I think skateboarding has a stronghold in the States. I feel like that beef is still alive, and nobody that's some young impressionable kid wants to be thought of as uncool.
Yeah,
I think that really is this lingering thing that's prevented growth in the States. I don't think they have that in Asia and Europe, but
I would agree with you there.
It was like partly bullying back then too, in like a way. I remember being at like mini ramps that we used to have like the woods and shit growing up, and I remember like if you couldn't drop in, you just get pushed down. You know, like I don't see people doing shit like that anymore, really. Yeah, you know. I remember kids constantly getting thrown down ramps and shit. Like if you bitched out and dropping in, that's what you did. And I don't see that shit anymore now.
Well, like for us too, like our first skate park that we would go to had a skate shop inside of it too. So maybe like when we first went there, we didn't have aggressive skates. So like seeing that and being a part and seeing a skate video on the screen and then being able to walk right into the skate park and skate, like all in one that together was kind of like a bind into creating some sort of interest for yourself.
Yeah, it made it easy.
Yeah.
It made it easier, way
trying
more accessible.
Skates on.
Yeah.
In person.
People, that's like it's crazy that's like rare nowadays. Recently, people like have asked me like who people like since last week's podcast. So many people reach out to me and like people are like, yo, I want to skate again. Like, where can I get skates? I'm like, you just got to order them. Like, oh, I want to try them on. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah,
everything's just blind nowadays. It's just like you just hope that shit fits you and or you like it and whatever. And if not, you put it on Blade Trade and that's it.
Or stick it in the oven and heat mold it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go down this road, but since we're already here, do you think there's hope for like the future of blading for young kids to get started? Because I do agree with you. I think that skateboarding has such a stronghold, and they've like done such a good job cross marketing and having their hands in so many things, whether it be Hollywood or music or whatever mainstream thing. So
shoe culture.
It's pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard to kind of in any way, no matter who you are, like kind of go against that. But do you think there would be hope for blading to be able to spawn some new kids in the United States and like have like a healthy scene here?
It's hard to make those predictions. I think it's possible. I really do.
Yeah.
I obviously love it. I wouldn't be 33 years old still doing it. I definitely feel that people can pick it up and fall in love with this the same way all of us did. It's just kind of getting that exposure. And there's definitely small pockets on the internet that have those outlets. It's just getting exposed to it, finding those avenues, which are far and few between.
You want to know what's crazy? When I was on the, I don't know if I told you this, when I was on that Arizona, the Lake Havasu trip, whatever, it was like a skate park weekend thing. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. But we're all at the park. It's like 30 of us, like 30 of us skating in the park. And it's in the middle of nowhere, like Lake Havasu City is like some random little town in the middle of nowhere on the border of Arizona and California. And then all of a sudden one night, this random kid shows up and starts skating, and everyone's like, yo, do you know this kid? And everyone's like, no, who is he? And like, it's so weird that like some random kid just showed up, and we're like, we have to know more about this guy. Like, what's going on? So we, like, someone went up to him and like figured out his deal or whatever like that. And he wasn't a little kid, he was older. And he obviously was like a new person, like starting to skate again. And he was like, we were like, yo, so what's your deal, whatever? He goes, oh, like I moved here from like Phoenix or something like that. He's like, I always wanted to skate, but I just never had the balls to do it, like growing up. And then he moved to a town that had that sick skate park. He's like, oh, I can't not skate now. So he just bought skates. Everyone there skateboarded or scootered or something like that. And he got himself a pair of blades and like just started doing it. And he was skating for like a year at that time or something like that. I'm like, yo, have you skated with anyone else? He goes, no, I've only skated by myself, with myself this whole like year I've been skating. And he was like 28 or 29 or something like that. So he wasn't even like a little kid.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy. And then he must have been like flipping out seeing like 30 skaters at the park. Yeah. And that was like probably like a dream to him, whatever. But like everybody at the park was like so interested in this one kid, and he was like the star of the show, kind of. And it's crazy to see
it's like
somebody
almost
like
it's like a relic now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you go to a place, you're like, oh, someone on blades, dude, come here, like don't move. Like it feels like you might break them or something. Like, dude, no, keep
especially
playing.
Especially a new person that you never like seen before.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
like we need more of that.
Like I'm sure I know you guys know, and like us too. Like when we went out skating when we were younger. You'd bump into skaters out the city all the time. Kids would be like, oh, what's up? Like, we're going over this spot. And be like, oh, cool. It'd be like this whole... But now, like, you go to a place and, like, you might see, like, one guy. And it's that avenue few and far between, like you're saying, that's just, like, this guy just happened to want to skate. He happened to move near a skate park and then just wanted to skate, which is just...
It's so crazy. And I was like, yo, so, like, you never, like, skated with anybody. What, like, how do you know anything? And he's like, I just started Googling, like... He was on like there was like a rollerblading Reddit, which I didn't even know existed. And he was like asking people like what skates to buy and whatever this and that. And he's like, he knew more about skates than I did, like about all these companies, because he does all his research online. And I'm like, it's crazy that there's platforms like that now, because it wasn't like that at all back in the day, whatever. But like, it's such a crazy way to learn, what we do, what we've been doing for 20 whatever years, 25 years, whatever it is.
How long have you guys been skating?
2+ decades, easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
But how? I'm feeling like you guys might be on like 3.
No.
20. Starting was 8, 32 now, 24.
Okay.
24 years is a long time.
I was like 96. We got into it super heavy, I would say.
That's real.
Speaking of 24, that's how many more people we need to get to 100 viewers right now. So don't be shy. Don't be shy to share it.
Share.
I think back to your original question, though, that got into all that stuff as far as like participants jumping back in. I think that skating right now in general is just really fun. And I think that people are making it look fun and everyone's doing something different to make it fun in their own way. And, or whatever you want to do with it. I just think that there's a huge circle
of fun skating,
of fun and
like Nemo.
Different. Yeah.
Like Nemo's having fun out there.
Oh, blast.
Right?
Just
Nemo's
being
having
weird,
a fun, like I saw he put out a video with someone from Canada, right?
Danny Beer.
Danny Beer.
Right? Yeah.
That's it. I'm sorry. And both of those guys' parts were nuts.
Yeah.
I was like,
I still didn't see that.
I was stoked. I was like, I'm sure like there's like a group of people that are like, and you know what? Maybe like a past version of myself might have been like, no, dude, that's too weird for me. But like now I'm just, I see it like differently as an adult. Like, and you're just like, oh, like the more flavors we have, the more rich it is, you know?
Exactly.
And they just have like such their own flavor and they're going like super duper like, they just don't care. They're just like being really original.
And that's the thing. If it excites me, I don't see why it couldn't excite someone younger than myself.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
And it's just like music. Like if you don't like it, you can discard it and go to what you do like. You know, and that's the point about having options. Like you know, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I agree with that. All right.
should we go? We like rampage on like went completely off beat right there. That was cool though. Just saying.
Yeah, we kind of went off on a. We wanted to kind of talk about like with the 900 too, like all your guys like never been done stuff.
Well, like you did, like you
guys have such a plethora of whatever.
You had like the top sold.
You guys have so many firsts.
Someone might have done that.
I don't.
Can you think of
Likewise
any?
to you guys too.
Can
We
you
could
think
say the
of-
same about you guys.
Can you think of any?
Yeah, but we're hosting the show.
Be the host.
So what is like your favorite? Probably I don't know what it would be, I could imagine. But what are you guys like favorite one or two like never been done tricks that you guys first did that you're really proud of? That you're like, yo, I'm so happy I did that specifically. Like one or two, maybe three tricks that you like. Yeah, do three if you can. If it's not too much to ask.
Like some technical shit, or can it
Whatever.
be?
Totally.
Whatever you want.
Like your technical things is like what I would imagine. Yeah.
See, I'd rather name your stuff than mine.
All right, so we'll do that then.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
do that.
We'll do
All
that.
right, you go.
Do that.
All right.
Colin
it
looks like
would've
he has something in
been-
mind. He goes first.
and everybody has their own way of like how they call tricks, but I'll just say it the way I say it. What did you do? You did in spin, mock, hurricane, switch, fish brain, 360 out
On the playground.
playground.
Yeah.
That
Oh my
was
God.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That was messed up.
There was a point there when like Sean was just Neo on those things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like
Him and Murda,
We-
like they would go back and forth and just vibe off that raw energy. That
Yeah,
was
what was
going.
good with the
Those-
2018 Aramingo session?
Is it even still there?
It's
I
not
think-
even
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
they probably got like apartments with balconies and like weird doormen now.
Not
Like,
yet, but
every
probably in a
city
couple
out there.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's gentrifying out that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
We actually don't live too far from there now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to
Sad
visit.
that it's not there anymore. Then
I know.
the down the block skate.
Yep.
So
What
what about you, Sean? What for Colin? What do you think is one of his coolest NBDs?
I don't know.
I don't even pay attention to him like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. I guess probably since we already talked about it, the 900 Stay Fakey.
Yeah,
that
that
one is
will
good.
probably never be done ever again.
No, yeah, that
down
was-
the stair sets.
Do we know for a fact no one's done that yet?
No, I don't know.
Probably
Do
not,
we
right?
know?
I mean, anything's done nowadays, but
doesn't
it has.
even matter.
it-
In
Yeah,
today's
actually-
climate, though, who
Actually.
cares? Like, would you even want to see someone throw a 9 Stay Fakey? Like, let's be serious. I think today's climate does not care.
No one's
I'd
ever
be stoked, though.
no one's ever seen this clip of him though, but you know Cecil B. Moore, how like the brick stairs come down there and
Cecil B. Moore's which one?
the one in Temple
Okay,
with the
Temple.
bricks.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
ledges.
The ledges, yeah.
So over there there's like those super steep aluminum rails.
Yeah.
And one day he went there, he dropped down and he nined the set.
What?
He landed perfectly fakey, but just grabbed onto the rail and just stopped.
What?
Landed, just stood there.
Stood
Were you
there.
going mad slow or something?
900 grab stuff.
I mean, I don't know.
Dude, that might be like some of today's new generation
Yeah.
skating. That's like probably like an ender.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait. So why didn't you do the actual clip?
I just
You just
couldn't. I
couldn't do
tried
it
it like
that day.
over 30 times and was just.
How are you going so slow that you just grabbed the rail? That's
He
crazy.
he just moved over that way, and it like if he didn't grab the rail, he probably would have bursted into that wall right there. So,
yeah,
like
it's really
drift a
narrow.
little
It's
bit.
crazy.
yeah.
I drifted and I just saw the rail because it's narrow, so I just saw
Well,
it.
you did the fakey 180 forward 3 though.
I did. I'm surprised you remember that
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Can you think of anything else for Colin?
I mean,
Call out some corny thread needle.
I was gonna
BS.
say some weird thread.
That's true. No one does. No one does that shit anymore. That's true.
I
No
feel
one does
like
that
Those
shit.
were cool, man. I loved those, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we just watched like one
Call
of those.
me a nerd.
Sick.
I
I
like-
used to like when Matt Gallagher did it back in the day. Was it Matt Gallagher?
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
that's
was
what it
like,
was, right?
yeah, you kind of started him.
He did it actually. It was not gonna say harder, but it was really hard because he used to do them on transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Phil Riley too, if people remember that
Yeah.
name.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember Bill
I
O'Reilly.
know my man ESG. I know we still got ESG watching. I know he knows that.
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
So yeah, blading back in the day was so different. I think we had different news sources. We'd go to Roller News every day.
Mhm.
We do things like that. We go to the BMAG message board. And as we know back in the day, anyone that knows Colin
Oh my god.
knows that there was certainly some stuff on the BMAG message board. Do you care to reflect on those days at all? I really don't remember. any of that stuff.
Immaturity.
Yeah.
One of the greatest life lessons that I've been able to learn from was starting Basement, because back then, I just had, like I said, I use the word immature. Like I just had these ideas on what I should be getting, and I just had my hand out waiting for another man to make it happen. And
I was the same way.
and I got to a
Yeah.
point where I'm just like, you know what? Why am I mad at this person for running their business the way they want to? And I said, you know what? The next natural step is to become a company owner. So I
make
figured,
your own rules.
exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. We're getting to call our own
Yeah.
shots
Yeah.
and put our vision into the world the way we see it, which is something we've always wanted control of anyway. And we didn't have that freedom skating for other people. But
that's kind of where like the truth started from also, which we'll get into another episode too, but I'm not going to dive deep into that now. But yeah, similar shit. Everyone always wants to be in control of their own shit and do whatever the fuck they want. And what better way to do it? It's just to become your own boss.
Exactly. And it's a lot harder than you'd imagine.
Yeah, but it's like fun, rewarding work.
it to
It's
be
not
pretty
like
tough.
it's not like stupid, shitty work that like you go like a regular
No.
job to do. So it's like at least it's rewarding. You work your
Something
fucking
you
ass
care
off,
about, yeah.
but then you get to like oh shit, I have something to actually show for it. You know?
Yeah.
Right. And it's not even my full-time job. Like if you think that Sean and I are just eating and living off Basement, you couldn't be more wrong. Like we work in the healthcare industry as med reps. Like that is how Basement got started. Like we took income from a viable market and brought it into a non-viable market because, you know,
You
in
love it.
order to make the dream work, you got to work for the dream, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Was there any time in between before you started Basement in 2017 and when you kind of started getting more into the professional life and that you kind of had given up on this idea, or is it something that you held with you throughout that time?
We definitely held on to it. I feel like this year we've been a little bit more quiet, but we also both transitioned into new positions. We also just recently bought a house together, so we were.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
very
Congratulations.
much. I got hurt the first day of spring. That's been there too. So we've kind of been slow with like getting back into it, but it's always been like the primary focus of, you know, skating, which is right when we get out of our job.
So you guys always
Right
had
back to
that,
skating.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like the whole way is all part of the plan.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had my introduction into pharmaceuticals back when I was living in Kansas City, how long ago was that? Over 5-6 years ago.
Charging
something
days,
like that.
right?
A little after.
Just after.
So it's been something that's been on the radar, but it just took a while to save up and gain that investment. But yeah, since we've put the money into Basement, it's been self-sustainable, which is a cool thing.
Yeah.
You know, everything that is generated goes back into making the new line or the next video project. We're hoping to do more.
I think that ends up being the goal with anyone who kind of has a good background in blading that knows what they're going into. They just kind of wanted to self-sustain, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I don't think there's any,
Right.
you know, it's pretty realistic expectations, but you know, obviously sky is the limit. Whatever could happen, we believe in the thing, but I think that's the main goal.
Yeah.
It's not like a thing
100%.
like, oh, just make a ton of money off these people, go live it out. Just like, no, put some love into something you care about, work hard, and have it, hopefully, if we're lucky, not come out of your own pocket too much.
Right.
Exactly.
And
That's
at the end, just be proud of what you put out.
That's
Yeah.
it.
right.
Create something.
Shit
That's
matter.
amazing.
It's good to see that you guys are proud of something that you're working on while still being involved in skating too. Because a lot of people just
It's
get
great
older.
to see you guys still
Other people
around,
get
man.
older, they move on, they just do other shit and like skate like one day a week if they can, whatever, on their
Yeah.
regular 9 to 5, and they have their family and shit. But to
Yeah.
like be able to do something still in the community, it's sick.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, we see our peers doing it too. Like
Yeah.
all the people that we worked closely with, like they're still out there doing it too for the most part, and you know, making it look good. So we're just as proud as them too. And a lot of these people we want to bring into our clique as well. Like we fly Alex out for Fish Guys. It's not going to be the last time. Pat Ritter, amongst a ton of our other friends, you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, sky's the limit, like you said.
Yeah. That's the way, man.
Yeah.
That's the way.
What up?
Okay, we're gonna get into a couple more things, and we're gonna dive deeper in the Basement. We have a few good questions for you guys.
Yeah.
But we did want to touch on some things because I know our
I
viewers.
know there was shit already that
I
I,
know our
wanted
viewers-
to ask and stuff.
I know
and-
our viewers. I know I want to ask so much, but we're kind of saving it. But I know our viewers are really excited that you guys are on, and I haven't heard from you in a while. And I think they
Hi.
just want to know a couple little things. First of all, are you guys skating flat right now? How do you guys skate your skates? Is it tri-rocker still?
I skate flat. I
I
skated
haven't
tri-rocker
tri-rocker.
for a couple years.
No.
No tri-rocker, straight flat.
And
I was listening to the last podcast, and you were touching on some flat and anti-rocker stuff. I like anti-rocker. Recently, I'm skating like 54 millimeter eulogies and not sticking, which
See,
At my
seems
age,
the
I just
way.
want to go.
Wait, you're riding
Yeah.
flat?
I am, yeah.
I was
feel
gonna.
like
I was
feel
gonna.
like that's the gym
For
Jimmy
now, at least.
Shooter, because when I first heard
That's what
of
I do,
jiu-jitsu,
too, same thing.
I think I heard Jimmy back in the day skating like 51s flat, something crazy.
Yeah.
I used to ride
like that.
52
Hyper
flats.
midget.
And
I used to
then
ride
also
52s.
like talking crap about like people skating anti-rocker when he's like skating like 8 of them. Like, you
Yo,
know.
but I want because I remember you used to be like a super flat Nazi, and then you
Yeah.
skated freestyle forever,
Yeah.
which is like the complete opposite. I remember you used to
Yeah.
even make fun of Colin too for
Yeah,
that
like-
shit. And I was just curious. Now it's crazy. You're back to riding flat.
Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
you remember when we
So
went?
how is that? That's fucking
ahead.
crazy. No, I was like just funny that you went back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
I'm riding flat again too now. I can't imagine ever going to like freestyle. I know like styles change or whatever it may be, but it's like so crazy to this complete opposite. You know, you
Yeah.
really your style of skating really has to like change to be doing shit like that. You know.
yeah, I mean, if like I grew up skating flat, so it really
Yeah.
wasn't too much of a
Are you
transition.
getting stuck at all?
No,
You by?
no.
Me neither. That's why. Like,
But I'm
I
not like skating like super fat rails
that's the
either.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, that too. I mean, like, if I am skating something that I'm worried about, I just make sure to like I'll have to think about it then. But like 90% of the time when I'm skating, I don't have to worry about riding
Yeah.
flat or getting stuck or whatever it is. You know, it's just the way you skate. I think just the way you skate depends on what size wheels you can ride.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
also right now too, and hard wheels is a trend, and I think it kind of.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I think it kind of
What's
started
hard?
when I
90
bought.
or more?
I just bought a ton of these hard Kryptonics,
The
like
orange shits?
57, 96.
You got more of those? I thought that was just the one set.
No, I have a whole basement. Like lot
Yeah,
of
those
them.
shits are like rocks.
Yeah, they're amazing. So I skate those in the middle, and then I skate the same size wheels on the outside, but softer.
But you're riding flat too.
But they're flat, yeah.
Damn.
So I
the
use
Flat
them
Brothers.
as like anti-rockers.
The
but
Flat
they're
Brothers.
You know what I mean? So I think Dead just made a hard wheel. I think.
Well, I think a lot of people
Dirt
just in
Box,
general are riding
muzzle.
flatter now too, because everyone's riding like the big wheels and shit. So
Yeah.
it's probably that trend's like just coming along too. Like, how many people can you buy like anti-rocker wheels anymore?
I don't even know.
I have some. I forget where they came from.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm saying,
recycle
like-
those things, don't you?
Yeah, but like you still want to. Yeah, you still want like
Buy
I
one
have
set,
all
you're
ones
good for
too.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the what comedian said that like Sebastian Maniscalco said like
What?
you buy a box of Band-Aids, that's it.
Oh yeah,
It's a
if
lifetime
you need more than
supply.
one box of Band-Aids, something's wrong in your life.
Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
Okay, sorry, real quick. We have to thank our sponsor.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Can we sponsor?
Anyone can sponsor. Hey, if you guys want to sponsor, you just send us a direct message on Instagram and you can. But to our one and only main sponsor, if you're moving furniture in Boston, Massachusetts, go to Moving Forward, movemeforward.com. They do free estimates, moving and storage, long distance or short distance. You guys just moved into your house. Did you use a moving company? Did you get your? Did
I
you
did
do
it all
yourself?
myself.
You did it all yourself?
Yeah,
All right,
help
well,
him.
for two strapping lads like these guys don't need a moving company. Anyone else, whether you're moving from an 8-bedroom house to a studio apartment, go to movemeforward.com. That's movemeforward.com. Sorry, guys. We had to jump into that for our loyal sponsors, especially in the
Shout out
early days
Hakeem.
of our... Shout out Brandon Ford.
Oh,
B. Ford,
yeah, my
B.
bad.
Ford. Yes, B. Ford. Yeah.
Beantown, what's good?
Being down.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go too far off topic, while we're on this subject of like skate setups and shit like that, you have an extensive skate collection,
I do.
Sean.
Yeah.
What kind of skate you have? Like, it's like celebrities like Jerry Seinfeld and Jay Leno have like crazy car collections. Like, you have like instead of like a garage full of like old Porsches, you just have like a basement full of like
It's-
iconic skates.
I do.
What do you got? You
I
have like
have-
any more new ones since I last seen?
No, not since.
You kinda like-
kind of
too much
chilled
shit?
out on
He
it.
has
yeah.
a full glow-in-the-dark pair of
I do.
USDs with like
Yeah.
Philly logos on it or
I
something.
forgot about those glow-in-the-dark
Yeah.
USDs.
Was that like the only pair that they like made?
the only pair that I have.
That's
in the basement,
sick.
yeah.
Oh my
Well, what else
God,
do you
I
have? You have like
about
you have some like legendary.
I
skates.
have a brand new, still in box, like plastic wrap pair of white Fifth Elements, size 8. They're beautiful.
I thought you have red
White
ones too. No,
Fifths.
I have red ones, but they're used.
they're not brand new.
I have an untouched pair of silver Majestics. I have the tan Majestics. I got a ton of V13s.
Silver Majestics.
Yeah, they
Damn,
I don't even know
untouched.
if they ever really came out.
So how do you have them?
Found them on eBay or something. I forget.
So I don't
honestly.
think I've ever seen Silver Majestics.
Yeah, I skated him for a while. This guy in Pittsburgh skating a pair right now. I think he got off Nemo. Other than that, just a couple pairs of rare Solomons too. Good condition.
Dang. Silver. I've never even seen Silver Majestics.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You got to drill them out.
Yeah, I never seen that
You have
either.
to turn them UFS.
But that's cool. I just like people love gear and like talk like shit like
Yeah.
that, and people would love to go to your house and see all that shit. Because I know that's what I did. I
Yeah.
was like, I want to try all these on and skate the slider bars right there. That's like the skate shop experience we were talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you try your skates on, you fucking skate them right there.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing last time I was at your house. I was putting like the Solomons on and shit. You have those old like rollerblades.
Yep.
What are those called?
The
The blue joints?
Aren't they just like a version of TRSs or something?
They're just known as the skates that are on the cover of the Playboy.
Exactly
That's like
those.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I don't even know what they're called.
But it's cool that you have those.
Also, we're coming to the part of the podcast that you guys. I was thinking, I was like, they might hate it, they might not like it. We wanted to watch one of your guys' old sections each
Oh, okay.
and go through it, and maybe hear some special commentary.
We're gonna call this section
This is called the fakey look back
the fake you look back. Yes, it is. We're gonna
because
with all
we're
that
going
guess,
back
we're gonna
in
look back.
time.
Maybe there's an interesting story with one or two of the
We're
tricks. I don't know.
hoping so. You know what? We were originally going to do underestimated,
Okay.
and we were talking to Majed about it, and he was saying that
he was
video
dropping some shit.
that video
on
was
us.
filmed in 3 weeks. He said he said 90.
They
He
said
said-
always exaggerated.
He said 90%. He said you guys rented a van, drove out to Detroit, drove back. Everyone stayed at his apartment. You guys filmed 90% of it.
Maybe not us. Maybe some of the other guys
Yeah,
who didn't
yeah.
live in state.
Yeah.
I
agree with
okay,
that.
that's believable.
Yeah.
I had to think about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
But it was mostly in-state people anyway.
Like Chash, us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Murda, right? Was it?
Murda wasn't.
Did Murda
he
not have
was-
a part
no,
in this?
He wasn't even on denial. He wasn't even on
No,
denial.
he was like on Jethro.
Yeah.
No, he was on genre. That's what I'm thinking.
I think it was denial
But-
flow. I think it was denial flow. No,
Was
I'm
he?
fucking around.
You have to ask him.
He was during like apprehensions time, which was way early.
way early.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of apprehensions,
That's when. Yeah. Speaking of apprehensions, I hope you guys don't have any apprehensions about the video about to watch because this is an old section.
so apprehensions.
Oh my god.
When was
not
the last time you
gonna
guys
watch
watched this?
this.
We're gonna watch it.
No, dude.
Wait, nah.
All right, you
Fuck
can
you.
watch
We'll
it.
watch it. So, if anybody doesn't know, what year was this video? Give us some insight on the video because I don't know.
99.
99?
Yeah.
Damn, is that long
Yeah,
ago?
I had clips in this when Black Solomon.
Oh, you have clips of
Dude,
that?
I had Black Solomons in this too.
99. Oh,
It was
yeah.
like 8th grade or something.
So, was it 8th grade?
Was that like Billy
Couple
Sean live
tricks.
from New York Times?
Yes, like
Wow.
100.
Let's watch.
This
Let's
is
watch
what-
one of those.
I think
segments.
That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
nah.
I thought about that on the way up.
Well, you know, when you guys get your own show. Just kidding. You guys could totally bury me in the basement.
Is there any more like shit that we should know about this section before we jump into it?
This is kind of when Philly started to accept us, like the older guys, I guess. Actually, it was just Majet. Majet like brought us on. The older.
He always stood up for us.
Yeah, he
from what I've heard,
Yeah.
I believe that's true.
Yeah.
So let's see.
But so this is when you started getting like known in Philly.
Yeah, I
We
guess so.
definitely started flocking to the city.
Yeah.
Just the whole idea of like getting out of the burbs, being around, like all the spots a city can offer you. You know what I mean? Like,
We're still driving around with Jobber at this point too, though.
oh yeah.
A lot.
All right, Jobber was your boy, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Jobber, man.
Mhm.
Scott Hines.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. If there's anything you have to say about any of these clips, please let us know. Any
Yeah, if there's any
background,
cool
any insight,
backstories.
something like that? Because we might have questions of our own.
Yeah.
My Steve was so hurt back then. It's
Dude,
gonna be
I was
painful.
thinking about my old state. It was so ridiculous. This is so good.
That bowl cut fade.
So, by the way, this is going to be like re-edited on the YouTube section. So
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, what's with that camera?
I still use that camera. That's for
And we-
anyone who wants to know, like all my B-roll stuff that I try to make look.
On like basement shit?
Yeah, I still use that camera.
What?
And that's the Colin actually
worked as a busboy.
Yeah.
It took like weeks to get the whatever, $1,000, $1,200
Something
bucks
like that.
that camera cost at the time.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
But-
probably took forever as a busboy.
Yeah, it
That
did.
make like $50 a day.
Yeah.
That took so
It
long.
probably took like 3 years.
That's basically like the first version of like a DSLR back whatever year that
Why?
was.
Wow.
It's like a video photo camera and it has this.
Was it the one
has
that
the
you
same
held
style
like
body.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, I had one of those too. It was like
Yeah.
Sharp or something like that, which is crazy that they would be
That
like
was
a Sharp
Canon.
guy. That's crazy. I had one of those too. It was like high 8 or something, like 8mm.
And that's just mini DV.
Oh, was it? Oh, mine was high 8.
Fiction and England clothing, popular companies at the time,
Oh,
still
for
in
sure.
business.
You still skate like the same exact way, too.
So this was like, you guys were sponsored by Razors here because you guys were skating the creams, right? It
Shop flow.
Yeah.
was Shop Flow.
Yeah.
But I remember like right when the creams came out, like if you skated for Razors, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Like
It was so
especially in
known.
our little circle back then, like like I think Murda was on, right? It was like Bashi, Omar Morsi, you guys.
Ooh, that's pretty
Was
good.
Selwyn Briggs on, or
I don't know.
you don't know?
I think he was on through Blade in Action.
That would
Oh,
make
Blade in
sense.
Action.
Some of these spots, these were all like West Philly, right?
Yep. University City, West Philly.
West Philadelphia, born and
Drexel.
raised.
Straight
Damn, straight Mizzou.
Straight memes.
Jeez.
I was a Mizzouer.
Dude,
That was legit.
some of these moves
Ali
are
Mizzou to
so
top acid.
gnarly, actually, still.
I think it's the only section I've ever heard to Chili Peppers also.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
One of these days, at Meehan right there, Frankie Morales showed up, and Colin was just doing twerks. Actually, it might have been there
It
too.
One of
wasn't
those?
Meehan, it was Secret Spot.
Secret spot, yeah. And Colin got the nickname Torque, and then later throughout the years, I took over the Torque.
Frankie got to know you, Torque.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Dang,
sick.
dude.
What was that, like a Chris Edwards? Like
Yeah.
some kind of Chris Edwards tour?
Yeah.
Dang, Frankie was like, I'm going to name you Torque.
Yeah.
Well, I was torquing the rail.
That's
Dang, you guys went out to Jersey for that one.
What is this? That's Einstein, right?
Damn, that's
the one-
legit.
yeah.
Half kept sole and true topsole. Ooh,
That
we like
yeah,
that
we saw
one.
that one.
Oh, and now it's not you
Oh my
anymore.
God. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we're
Good
saying.
try.
Yeah. But yeah, so all right. That's a little quick peek.
That was
into
that was a quickie because it wasn't a full section.
yeah.
But now we're gonna look at the real section that we're gonna talk about with each of you guys.
Okay.
Is your opinion sections.
Nice. It was when everyone was trying to kill themselves.
Well, that's why we did this. We were like watching sections. We're like, they're good. And then like I was like, oh shit, opinions. You guys like went in on these sections. There's like hammers in these sections, like legit hammers.
Well, we were young, you know, like what? I was 19
Yeah.
maybe.
So
Just-
That's like prime throw yourself at shit age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still bouncing off the ground.
Yeah, still not affecting you as harsh.
That's a good one though.
Yeah.
There's what year was this video? Does anyone remember? Oh, 2004.
Yeah.
It says right there.
Yeah.
Let me just biganize this.
Big.
It's like you probably just gone to college because I was probably
Freshman
a
year.
senior in high school in this.
The music's a little crazy in this video, so
That part was really annoying. That music.
Oh, I got stories for days about TK in this part.
About
Okay,
this
so-
part?
so
let's-
oh
so let's do
yeah.
it.
He was a
dude.
maniac.
Like, what do you mean?
Dude, look at that.
yeah.
Oh, dude, no.
That's
Some of
insane.
these tricks are bugged out. Like these tricks totally 100% last the test of time.
yeah,
Like,
of course.
Crazy. Yeah, what was going on like in terms of like where you were at in skating during this point? Like what was like the goal? What was like who were you sponsored by? What was like the reality in your skating life at this time?
I don't.
That's your high school too, right?
So
We were getting skates from Razors.
Razors,
I know
right?
that.
yeah, it was our high school, by the way.
Denial was just like the big sponsor
Whoops.
back then.
Was this the part that you had that premiered at that Detroit
That's-
contest with your physics part? Was this the double premiere of your two parts?
Yeah, that
Opinions
was.
one of it? Okay.
Like were you into
City
like,
Hall shit.
videography at this time? Like obviously you were from apprehensions part, but were you guys like filming like these whole parts too, or kind of passing the camera back and
Oh,
forth?
yeah.
either?
This was still like that, right?
Always,
Yeah.
Since,
Before
like, the beginning.
apprehensions, after apprehensions.
Really?
To this
Since
day.
like the beginning.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Wow, that's awesome.
That spot's sick. I want to go back.
I forgot
there.
that both of you guys like skated razors so hard like this.
Yeah, I mean I
I
feel
hated
like
those
everybody
razors.
skated razors.
I know. I hate watching people skate
They
those
totally
razors.
had like the monopoly of all the guys
They
back
did.
Yeah,
in the
back
day.
then they did. Yeah, definitely.
They really did. It was like right after that like crazy USD team.
There you go. What's that 900
That's
attempt?
that 9. So.
What, at that place?
That was
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god! Did you try to do the 9?
Was that before or after the other 9?
It was after
After.
because I wanted to one up it.
And you grabbed that bottom rail?
Yeah, the bottom
Yeah,
rails
it's
grabbed
Doesn't even
it.
make
Like you
sense.
you grabbed the
It
dick.
Well, there wasn't one. It was.
Oh, there's no
just-
dick on that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
I thought it was a dick on that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
there
go
it
sh-
is. The
the thread.
famous
There you go,
thread
the
the
threads.
needle.
Why was the fountain pink that day?
No, it seemed like at this point
Maybe
you're skating,
breast
you were
ca-
totally getting
cancer
to.
awareness.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
At this point, you're skating. It seemed like you were totally getting to like you had the hammers. Like, look at this. First of all, that's a good day. By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
3 badass clips in like 10 minutes. It's
Yeah.
like good day. But you also like it
See,
seemed
there you
like,
go.
it seemed
Fake
like you were,
180 forward 3.
it seemed like you were trying to make like your stuff more deliberate and unique at this point too, right? Like see like the thread, the needles like kind of carve into your own style like naturally.
I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
This is laced.
Yeah, this was something.
Boom.
I don't know, like people, you just like out to gain respect, to get your name known. Like that, it like turning pro like meant something back then.
Yeah, totally.
I don't. Maybe it still does. I don't know. You'd have
That
to
was-
ask someone who's trying to be pro.
Yeah,
Right.
that
That was
was
a get out of here
That-
security
dude,
guard right there.
that's
full out
spot-
of impunity.
like one last try, basically.
And you just laced
And
it?
he laced it. We have a
Oh,
couple
that
of
was
those
one of my
things.
favorite
Yeah.
ones of those actually.
Yeah.
The 3 out. The bike.
Yeah, dude, some of these moves. That was the spot, dude.
Yeah.
Cecil B.
Remember that day with DL and Dominic Sagona
Yeah,
at that spot?
dude.
And Sean rolled down the two 2x4s that were bending and he back torqued that
Yeah.
rail.
Colin got $20 for that, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Well,
Also, nobody filmed that.
Latimer soyaled it.
I know.
And
But,
then
like,
Sean was standing up there, and it was like, "Oh, I'm gonna torque it," and there was like the word like, "Oh, this kid's gonna torque it or something." And Latimer was like, "No way!" I'm like, "That's my brother. I'll bet you $20 he does it." And he's like, "All right, sure." And then I guess time went past. Steal This Video was premiered in California, and I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, do you remember that?" And he's like, "No." But a bet's a bet, and he gave me $20 anyway.
no way.
Sick.
So he big timed me like, "Nah, I don't remember that."
Nah.
But here you go, little squirt, like $20.
He totally like peasant. Yeah. Whoa. DL's always had the upper hand, doesn't he? But yeah, that's amazing, man.
What was with these cameras like on the floor like that? Because you're obviously filming right in the background, a normal clip. Do you remember what the hell was going on with that?
I don't know. There's our first car.
And this,
All right, but this.
we went here
So
one day.
that-
You were gonna 3 this one day.
Yeah, that's like my
This.
favorite part about this section was like that one day for like the Truth 2.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanted to forward 3 that set. You're like, fuck that 5. I'm going to forward 3 it. And then we went there to forward 3 it, and like hammers weren't even like as like
Yeah.
common as they were like here, whatever. That's a big fucking set.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Remember?
180'd it, but was shook on the forward landing.
No, that's not what happened.
For the
We got kicked out.
Yeah, and I bitched. I mean, let's be fair.
Well,
I definitely
we
was.
got kicked out right after you did the 180. Like you were a bitch, and then
Yeah, no, I was.
no, you were
I
a
was.
bitch,
That's
and then you
fair.
finally threw the 180, and you're like, oh, I was like, holy shit, like that's fucking crazy to watch, because like the way it is too, it's a mad loud
you just
landing. It's in
180'd
like,
that,
like
like,
a
nuts.
square. It's like bah, it's like a
hollow.
loud pop, yeah. And you 180'd, and you're like, fuck this, I got this, and you were about to go up and 3 it. Then we got kicked out, and then you got into like a real fight with the security guard, like anyone normally would.
Yeah.
And then, but that's crazy that like you just threw a 180 over those stairs for no reason, pretty
well,
much.
The funny part about that 540 is that like maybe a couple nights before, maybe a weekend before, he went there at night, like
With
just
no
for
camera.
no camera, just for props, and 540'd it just for the homies.
What?
No.
And then you had to go
Dude.
back and do it again.
I
Yeah.
used to throw
That's a
myself
lost
like,
era.
Oh, yeah, for real.
That's a lost
Yeah.
era. Like no one will do nothing for no camera.
12
Yeah.
was like I wouldn't even look at it. It's like, oh, 12 stairs, let's go. 5 done.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even need to eye it up. Now I'd be like 6 stairs.
Dude,
yeah.
Now I see like a 7 and
Is
I'm
this
like,
gonna
"Yo,
sting?
I gotta stretch a little bit. You know?
I jumped like a 5 stair the other day, and I was like, I had a double, like I had like second guess it kind of. I was like, oh, can I do this?
Yeah, Austin threw his back out shaving the other day.
Yeah, I'm
I
anything
believe
over
it.
like 2 stairs, I'm done. It's no good.
Funny.
All right, so now we're moving on to Sean section in this. Sean at the Ender section. Was it like on purpose that you guys like sandwiched the video, open with Colin?
Well, who
close with
made
Sean?
this one?
Midget probably did that on
Midget
purpose.
did. Yeah.
This video didn't even have an intro. It was just straight into Colin's section.
We didn't really direct or have influence over like the placement of clips per se. I mean, is that we kind of just contributed as filmers and
Yeah.
however it turned out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we were young. And
Would you contribute to the
impressionable.
song or like
No,
pick
not
a
Yeah,
song?
that's what I was
really.
curious about too, because I know you
We were
guys.
just happy with anything.
It was-
He
that's
could
what-
just thrown it on the screen
Yeah.
without
like, oh, that's
music,
me.
and I'd be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
did that trick. It's great.
I'm in a video.
Yeah.
That was, dude, I
For
think
years though, you guys were doing that, because like I remember when we started doing the True shit, you were like, I remember like not even that. Like when I first met you guys, you were like big hip hop heads, And I was like, oh, it's weird because I remember you
We
skated
all
like
were.
Rage and
Everyone
like
was.
whatever band at the drive-in and shit like
Yeah.
that. And you were skating that shit forever in Philly videos, but that's just what Majet liked, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's what you skated to. You were like, I want to skate to hip hop though, or like
Yeah.
whatever it was,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like I didn't pick one of my songs for like my first 8 sections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
felt like I
how
was
that's
just
how
like,
it was back.
Thank you for letting me in the video.
Yeah, that's how it was. Like there was no direction,
While
no
I'm like
input, or
throwing
nothing
myself
like that.
downstairs and stuff.
All right, let's get into Sean. All right, cameo by Chesh.
Boom.
I sketched him for this, by the way.
Oh, you got
By the way,
credit.
since we got Chesh on here, have you guys spoken to Chesh?
Yeah, I see Chesh. I
Is
see
he,
Chesh pretty often.
He's in Philly, or
Yeah.
oh sweet.
He just moved out of South Philly. Lives in a place called Drexel Hill. It's just right outside the city.
nice.
Nice.
Good to see he's doing good though.
Yeah, he's doing really good. Making lots of crazy music.
Oh, it's
That's
that really
good.
cool sound that they had in between the sections.
Colin was like standing in front of this pole with these bees. It'll
Was
look
that what it
cool.
was?
Yeah.
Killer bees.
It was pretty crazy.
Hey. Appropriate for
Was that
now.
first shot?
Dude,
Yeah.
my
I
man
don't think you get a
Sean
second shot on
was
that.
like- my man had a death with like a warrant. Like I don't even know the word. Man. He was just crushing everything.
I think at this time you were making like, you were definitely getting paid by Razors during this, like maybe $500, $800 or something a month.
By razors?
Yeah, you were getting, because I was,
No, that was Deshi money.
no, you were,
That was fucking.
I didn't
fucked.
get paid.
Oh yeah.
I maybe like 100.
no, you were getting paid by Razors, dude, because this I was making like 100 a month. And I
They
remember,
did- I got 50 for Mechanism and 50 for Denial.
Mechanism.
Remember
You getting
no,
paid
they
by
had-
Mechanism?
They had.
How
cer-
could
if you
Mechanism
had-
pay to pay people afford to pay
You're not
people?
listening. They had a tier. Like, oh,
You're so
Mechanism
wrong
and
about
Denial.
this.
I'm not. Mechanism was like a rank B. Denial was like a rank B. And if you had sponsors other than Razor Shop Flow, they would give you income. I got $50 for Mechanism and 50 for Denial, and I made $100 a month.
okay, so what, I was making 100 too, so what was I getting 100 for?
I don't know. Maybe they're just like, well, how are we going to give one and not the other? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh shit!
You're welcome.
Dude, I was in high school making $100 a month. I was like, hell
Yeah, of course. I remember that shit too. Or just getting paid from skating in general is
Yeah.
like huge, you know. By the way, we're over 100 viewers. We got 109 viewers right now.
Woo.
Hey viewers, what's up?
Oh, but this trick is fucking nuts. This is like
Oh,
I think
yeah.
one of the
Oh,
craziest
yeah.
tricks in the video.
Speaking of Mecca, it is broke down.
The whole place.
Is it
Yeah.
really? That's
R.I.P.
sad.
Jeez.
Oh, they like we're doing the whole
Yeah,
place.
it's like demolished.
Oh, that's just nuts. You know
So-
what's funny?
Oh,
when I
that's
think of that
fucking-
place, I think about like Mike Elias too.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
It
fully.
was like his spot. They had it secret.
oh, this
Yeah, this is fucking nuts too.
like this whole part was just like. Like,
Was that like first shot also kind of? I guess.
No, I don't think so.
Like you can't clip the rail. You probably just like aired it maybe.
That's the route I just hurt my ankle on.
The little guy?
Yeah.
you just did?
I did it in April.
Oh, damn.
Fuck
The little
that.
guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sucked.
Dude, sweating that gritty down ledge.
Mm.
Oh my god. Remember these spots?
So
man?
we went
Oh,
to
you guys skated to the same band in this video.
We did,
too.
yeah. We went to this spot recently, and we were just like looking at that transfer, and we used to do like really tough
No,
things
dude.
across it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, you can even
Is
solo
that
it the
one
other
in
day.
in the section? That one that we watched earlier? Is it? I think it's in the
I
section.
think it is.
No,
If
dude,
it
one
wasn't-
of these
Oh,
trans-
it was already. It passed the True Mizu to Sweat Stance.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
it passed
That was
already.
messed up.
That was like, what do you?
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing. Like, what's the hardest thing I could do on this? was-
That's funny.
Yeah. And see, I remember even like we'd see that rail in videos.
There's so many fun spots in
We'd
this
see
section.
fence rails in videos and we'd be like, "Oh, that must be perfect." And we went there and it was like high and
Yeah,
crappy with a
sucks.
crappy like.
It's high? I don't remember it being high.
It wasn't.
Well,
like
if you
a
skate it
perfect
from the
drop by
if you
any
skate from the
means.
left side, it's lower.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
exactly. The cheat side.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
the cheese
laces
set.
tied behind the cuff.
Mm. Why you still do that?
Fishing
No, I
for
don't
those
do that.
props so hard right now.
I'm just saying.
Fishing for
Oh,
those
dude.
props.
I love the hype
I
off
got a
the true
story
top
about
acid.
this.
Oh, I think I know the story about that
What's the
one.
story with that one?
So it was right when like Aragon came into play.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do hurricanes, so I ran up to the rail and I was like, "Fuck Aragon!" And I just spun and landed on it first try. And
Dude,
fucking
and
went
you were
down.
just like,
That was first shot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you were so hyped.
Dang, that's so cool.
That's why you were so hyped on that.
Those tricks are like impossible.
And
to
I love Brian Aragon for the record.
Oh, for
It
sure.
wasn't like fuck him. I was just jealous. that
we
he
were
could
just
do
all really
tricks so easy.
competitive back then.
Yeah.
Like our group was so competitive without like trying to be competitive. We're like, hey guys, what's up? We were all super
Yeah.
competitive. But,
All right,
like still there was love there, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or like, camaraderie, but we were totally like wanted to be better than the other
Oh,
one, like, you know,
sure.
or different, or just like it eventually evolved. And
That rail
It's
does
like-
not look
it was
fun
like
at all,
man
by the way.
status, like who could do the bigger, harder trick.
oh yeah, it totally got. Which I think, like, man, you definitely had the crown a lot of the time, you know. There were a lot.
Ooh,
about
sweaty
that.
3 sweaty.
I remember I skated that spot before. It was just like these two rails in the spot. And that's
Yeah, it's
it.
like in the middle of nowhere.
Welcome to the spot. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
just jump back and forth. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's a skate park now too.
Is it?
What?
Nice little
Sick.
skate park.
City's been getting so much better with things like that. I've still never skated that rail, which is sad.
Mm.
Einstein?
Yeah, this is the trick.
Yeah. Bah.
That's a total NBD.
That was one of those
Yeah.
security guards rolling up to the
Was it?
spot. They had the SUV. There's Walrus was walking up.
There were wars talking.
Yeah, Walrus was the security guard that always kicked us out. He had this mustache. It just
It
went
looked
from,
like walrus
here to here.
tusk.
We had
That's
it. We
the
had
name.
we had a security guard at Prudential downtown. We called him the Wizard because like the Wizard of Oz.
Sick.
He had the same like mustache too, kind of
Sick.
white mustache.
I love the stomp meter.
Yeah,
Everyone always had beef that it didn't go full bar though.
yeah, that is.
I
a beef.
kind of do have beef with it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so that means you gotta get one full bar.
I probably have to redo it or
Yeah,
You
something.
gotta redo it. Yeah. Oh, you gotta one up it.
Yeah, I guess. Not it.
All right, now that you guys seen
It would have
both.
been sick if it would have got like right here and that thing just like like a very light one. Just put you over the edge.
So who got the better section, guys? Sean or Colin in this video? Ooh, ooh. Comment down below. Let's stir the pot a little bit.
I think Colin always gets the better section. Cause
Well, I mean, I skated at the drive-in, so.
Well, you both skated to the
Yeah.
drive-in though.
Oh wait, that was.
Yeah,
I
same
thought
guy.
you had like Jimmy Eats World or.
no, that was
Yeah,
Jimmy's World.
it's hard to tell. Like they kind of blend all those. bands. It's like who's who? I don't know. All right, cool guys. Seriously, thanks for dealing with that. Like I was like, these guys are gonna hate us, but I think we should do it just because if there's any like stories or anything interesting that some of the viewers might have watched and been like, oh, like I wonder what's behind that, or if there's something cool, like, you know, because I know there's a story behind like every section
Oh, of course.
and
Yeah, yeah.
every trick, like
Yeah.
and like so it's like there could be something interesting to be picked up, but. Now that we're all through with that, I kind of think we should go.
Wait, there was one thing I wanted to. Oh, there's one thing on here. We didn't hit.
Yeah,
Are we not doing that?
do it.
Yeah. So, I didn't know this until you mentioned it actually.
Yeah,
But
it was one of the questions from the guests they wanted to
oh,
know.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, so apparently during the charging days,
Mhm.
you filmed like a whole section in USDs and then started writing something else afterwards.
Yeah, there's like
I started filming half a part in it was NIMS at the time,
NIMS,
right?
yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
even SSM
NIMS?
yet. It was half in NIMS, and then we were halfway through the tour, and I started skating volos. So I'd filmed my whole charging part, half NIM, half volo. I actually released it on my YouTube. It's available.
Oh, okay.
So then I went back. We retoured through all the cities, and I just basically redid all the good tricks that I did.
yeah, in
In,
Valor's.
in
Oh, did you? It was all in
And
Philly though.
USDs.
Because I wanted to, because I just moved to
That's
Kansas
right.
City.
That's
So I
right.
was like, holy shit, how am I gonna live? Like, I need my USD paycheck.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Getting influenced by like us,
exactly,
like we were
like
yeah,
skater.
come on.
let's
Well,
get
Skater
it.
on,
they, were throwing
exactly.
on, yeah.
they were throwing good coin at you back then. I
They were.
remember.
Dude,
Yeah.
USD.
I've never heard anybody making more than that.
Right.
What was
So-
it, like $14.50 or some shit?
It was higher than that.
dude,
But
they were paying.
You were getting more than
that was like a really
15?
immature move of me, though, and I feel like
I think
dumb looking at it back,
Yeah.
like doing that. But I think that I wanted to stay in Kansas City at the time, like just going back and redoing everything was the only option, I guess.
No, I mean it makes sense, and I think like I think just like a lot of people like didn't know like what's up? Why are
I
there
didn't even
double
know that
tricks?
until you mentioned that before.
No,
That's
well,
crazy.
it was a question from one of the
Yeah.
Instagram.
But getting back on like the payment issue, whatever. This I'm not going to talk numbers or anything like that. I don't even remember the numbers, but I remember like this kind of touches on like everything we were talking about before, with like when you used to like go on rants and stuff like that. I remember you got like a pay cut from Power Slide, I guess, for
Did
like
that happen?
sending an email to somebody. Yeah.
I don't remember
There
that.
was
No,
a lot
no.
of drama.
No, but I'm not gonna get into like that shit like that. But I remember like you got into it with Matthias or whoever else it
Was that on
and then
Demig? I don't remember this.
no, I think it was a
didn't
person.
I exchange choice words with?
I think it was a personal email, but like you got like a pay cut, whatever. And then I remember Sean being like, "Yo, younger brother gets paid more now than you." And then like I remember like that whole week, like we would skate, and like if you would get mad at him or he would get mad at you, whatever it was, you should be like, yeah, well, I get paid more than you now. And I remember you had to hold that on him.
Oh my god.
That was funny though. I figured just bring that up just because.
No, but
I don't remember like the numbers or anything.
Reason to. I mean, we filmed. It took us 2 years to film Truth 2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Truth 2 took 2 years.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It was like, well, I don't want to show anybody anything that I'm
Right.
doing. I just want it.
Right.
I want you to forget about me, and then have like this.
That was when social media was like new, and it was like everybody was like,
Mhm.
you have to do shit like this,
Mhm.
whatever. And there was other people putting out like an edit every fucking
Yep.
week or whatever it was.
Exactly.
People were
And
just getting excited with cameras, like, oh shit, I could just show everyone now. I don't have to wait for a video to come out.
Right.
it went against the old way, and I
Mhm.
had trouble adapting to that concept.
Mhm.
They were already on board with it. I think that's what started a lot of the animosity. They weren't respecting, not that they needed to, but they weren't acknowledging like what, like the momentum we were trying to gain, and I don't know.
It comes back to what we first talked about in the very beginning, was just that was the start of like us wanting to have control of
course.
our footage,
Yeah.
basically, and to not, I guess at the time we thought it cheapened it by just throwing it on the internet real fast.
Yeah, it did.
I
It
don't know.
definitely devalues it. Well, that was a time too when like DVDs were still relevant
Yeah.
and shit, and like that was like official. It's like having a print photo in Daily Bread as opposed to posting something on like your MySpace or whatever it was.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
you want the shit to come out on
Yeah.
in
Right.
print. You know, remember that feeling like when you had a magazine come out, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna make the cover, and then like, you
Yeah.
finally saw it. You're like, oh, it's like so sick.
Yeah.
And that's how it was for the videos back then. It was like
Yeah.
you want the shit to come out on DVD. You want to hold it in your hands. You want to pop your section in like the the VCR or DVD player, whatever it was, instead of just clicking on like a Vimeo link. It devalues it, kind of.
Mhm.
Not nowadays anymore, but at that time, that transitional phase, it definitely had a different effect on it than it does now.
I agree 100%.
And I guess we didn't know that it was going that direction officially,
Mm-hmm.
So who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Let's move on to basement stuff.
Let's get into the basement. You know, we
Yeah, you don't got a drink?
May I refresh my beverage?
Yo, you need water?
of course. I think
What do you want,
I
beer
think
or
he's
water?
drinking beer.
You got a beer? Okay, can you get a Modelo?
Please,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else want water? What I got?
I got water.
Okay. Well, I got
Well,
water.
I'll
we're
ask for
drinking not a beer of our choice because the beer that we're drinking is not paying us yet.
I'm putting my beer down, aka Pepsi.
Also, if there are any beer sponsors watching, you can call us right up.
There we go.
Doesn't a really wealthy paid out rollerblader have a beer company?
If there is one,
I thought
call us up.
Triple Lindy has a beer company, right?
Does he?
is
Triple
that-
Lindy.
I could see that.
Who's Triple Lindy?
Matt Lindemue. Come on.
Triple Lindy?
Triple
Jeez.
Doesn't,
Oh my
Who's
God.
Triple Lindy?
Someone, Michael Palak or somebody old school like that brews their
Oh,
own
yeah,
beer.
yeah. He's a brewer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Well,
I think Tori does something like that.
He was also
too.
well. No, Tori owns a bar in Utah. It might be a
But
part
Michael
of a brewery,
Palak does
something, right? Michael Palak used to work at a distillery distilling whiskey, and then he went to a brewery.
Mm.
He's a big alcohol enthusiast, so we salute him. Okay, but basement. Let's get straight into it. We wanted to know, kind of open up with everything else and kind of pick at your brains for a while. But
First of all, just before we get into anything, I'll just start off explaining what basement is and what
Exactly.
Okay, just get into basement is
what
it
is
stands
basement?
for. Yeah, how you would explain
Where'd it
basement
come
in your
from?
words.
Well, me?
Yeah, shoot. I mean, it's you pick the name.
This is probably during the stint of 2016 when we were just collecting so much footage with our homies Alf, Dad Chuck, me and Colin, and we knew we wanted to do something. We were working our healthcare jobs and just saving up to create something. And I remember just like sitting in the office one day and just trying to think of names, and a basement came up, and it kind of goes back to us in the slider bars,
Yeah,
in the
yes.
basement,
It
and
worked out perfectly.
yeah, I mean, that kind of gave us some traction. Like people, I seemingly loved those slider bar edits, so
those are
it kind of
sick.
it had like a deep meaning to us. Plus basement and mint, funky fresh. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
spelling and all. That's like
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
Basements are underground.
Yeah, underground, like
They're-
rollerblading. We
I
came up
like
with a
I
bunch
like
of
I like those things. Like
Yeah.
this, it's like
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff I like. Oh, that's cool. Like,
It's definitely inspired. It's not just
Yeah.
like something random for the sake of it being random.
Mhm.
Like there was thought behind it.
Right.
It makes perfect sense, though. It was like it seems like it was just like you didn't even have to think about it. You're just like, oh, let's just call it Basement, you know?
Yeah, and
that's what it is.
We're back in Philly, which was technically like a home base too. We thought of a bunch of different things to.
Yeah, no,
give it
there's
some
probably
meaning,
a million ways for that thing to
exactly.
circle around back to having a meaning.
Exactly,
which is important for it.
Now, was the beginning in like the inception of the idea like always to like kind of start a boot company, or was it like we'll just start off as like filming? Like what was the original like intention with the company?
I mean, we just wanted to organize our effort and monetize it, not so much for the sake of being a clothing company or being a skate and I want to get into the skate a little bit more, but it's just a collective of our effort, like I said, that we're trying to organize so that my career doesn't need to
Talk on the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. My career won't need to fund it. Like, I want my personal career money to go to my personal life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like I said, Basement's self-sustainable. It works to fund itself now. But we don't really put labels on that sort of thing. Like, and just because that we're doing a collaborative skate with Roses, like, we're not a skate company. We're just a company brand, if you will, that's doing a collaborative effort with a skate that has some type of nostalgia to us.
Yeah.
One of the first skates we learned how to do tricks with was a Majestic 12.
So this is like a collaborative skate with them.
Yeah, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're not trying to infringe on anybody's parade. We're just trying to do a collaborative project with a skate that we like to skate.
It's a Basement edition Rosy skate.
Yeah, sure, you could say that. I'm fine with that.
I feel like going back to when Basement all started too, like we had a gang, our whole entire crew, we had them all skating V13s, and we all loved the skate, and part of that too, we all loved supporting Julio and like all the peers and all the guys that I've worked with that I love and respect. And I mean, we still want to support Julio and all those same guys that were a part of that. And I'm skating them's right now. So it's, like we still want to show our support. There's no like.
You guys bought like.
So you guys totally wanted to like address that like with the.
Yeah.
Because you're not trying to obviously step on anyone's
exactly.
toes.
Dude, we're bringing. We've purchased 300 skates. We'll probably put 250 on the market. That is nothing.
Yeah.
Like in the grand scheme of what other people are doing.
Yeah, John's first round was like 1,000 skates.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do whatever you want at the end of it. No one's saying you can't do anything,
Right.
But I would just.
I've heard mixed comments though. People have taken wind of this and have found reasons to become offended by it. And I just want to squash that right here, right now. Like, this is not some.
You're not trying to make it to the top,
thing.
be like the main skate.
No, and like I said, we're not trying to like reinvent the wheel or be a skate company. It's just we had an opportunity. We're gonna take the income that skate generates and go on a freaking cool trip.
Exactly.
Visit our friend Pat in Europe. I want to skate Paris.
Yeah.
Who's getting me a trip to Paris?
So you're trying to
Nobody's giving me a
you're
trip to Paris but me. So we're gonna
Exactly.
sell those skates and go film a really freaking cool
That's
video.
fucking sick.
Exactly.
And
That's,
just
that's a good way.
put it back into the community. Like
Exactly.
basically put your efforts back in.
Exactly.
And bring all the people who supported us.
Can I
and
come with you to
that were
Paris?
there for the beginning? Come with us.
Can I come with you to Paris?
Yeah.
It gives
Let's
them an
do it.
opportunity that they've probably never gotten. Like some of these guys who maybe deserved sponsors in the past that never got anything from it. Like who have been there since day one.
Yeah.
Like these guys, bring them on.
And you guys
trip.
haven't been like you've been working like whatever jobs the past like when was the last time you guys to the
Oh my God.
international skate trip?
You
like,
said 4
get me
years,
out.
right?
I'm ready
You
to
haven't
travel,
been out of the
dude.
country in 4 years?
It's been about 4 years.
that's crazy. Because what about you guys?
The last we were sent back from England. That was the last time.
That was something I
went.
wanted to talk about too.
I
like-
went to Colombia a couple years ago with Alex.
But you flew to England
Maybe
and
more than a
you
couple.
weren't allowed in, right?
So
Yes.
should we get to that real quick?
Well, we'll get into.
Yeah,
Well, might as
that's
well
a
now.
funny story.
So
Okay, yeah.
let's.
I don't know the full story. So
I know the full. I think I know the full story, but it's
Yeah.
like it's funny and sad and depressing at the same
Oh,
time.
like we were like had like
What
tears
happened?
in our eyes.
Yeah.
Like we
I definitely cried.
were
just
so
start-
excited. We were gonna go start in England.
when was this? This is.
Oh gosh.
2000.
More than that, right?
It was right after Truth 2.
Oh, it was after that shit?
Yeah, it
Was
was
it?
2010 or something like that?
2009.
See, I
10?
would say it was before.
2000.
I thought it was before, too.
No,
I
because
was-
if it was after Truth 2, I was like burning bridges like...
Before, because you had crazy long hair and,
And you just
I
had
was
the-
bicked. Yeah,
Yeah, you look nuts.
Yeah, we looked crazy.
So what happened, though?
Sick
Like,
crew.
what was it?
So-
what were we going to, like, what were you going to England for?
You need
What
a
were you
work visa, apparently, to
Skate tour,
attend a contest. We were
Oh, it's a
going out
contest.
there to attend...
It was a feast. The feast was in Paris, though. The contest wasn't even in England.
Okay, that was a connecting flight you had.
Yes, but
Okay.
we were going to spend some time in England.
And
I think we were
skate.
there for like maybe a week or something before we went over to Paris.
So we had an email, and in the email it says, listen, say you're here on holiday. Don't make mention of the contest. You're going to need a work visa. Quote unquote, customs can, pardon my French, can be cunts. Like, that's what it said in the email. Customs saw the email, detained us. They took off our goofy little shoelace belts at the time.
Wait, so what happened? So what
Because
happened?
they thought we could use them as weapons.
Yeah.
Wait,
You know
so
what I
so
mean?
what happened originally was you walked in and they were like, "What are you here for?" And you thought you were Met official, showing them like an
Like,
email
here,
that somebody
show me
wrote
an
out.
address.
So you legit showed them
Hand-
the email, like a piece of
handed it
paper,
over, yeah.
and it just had everything on it.
Yeah.
And you guys forgot I had that bit on it down there.
I mean, I was probably very unorganized at the time,
Right.
but probably packed the night before and just printed it out, like
Yeah.
not even looking at it. Like, here, Adam Cole has sent an email titled like address or
I
something.
remember when you first
Just,
told
like,
me a story, you were like,
Control
"I
P.
thought I was Mad official, like bringing in like this,
Yeah.
like no one has like their itinerary printed
Yeah.
out. I know you were Mad official, showing it to the customs,
Yeah, I whipped
and
it
you
out
were
with
like,
pride.
"Oh
I was
fuck."
like, check this out.
Yeah,
dude.
you're like, "Oh fuck."
Damn, so they detained you and they took off your shoelace and they sent you back?
Yeah, well, they allowed us a night stay with the Cola family. Great family, by the way. I appreciate the hospitality.
yeah,
Even
his
though
dad
it was,
fought for us too.
he did.
Really?
So did you
Oh,
guys
sick.
fly
That's
into
what-
Manchester? Because they're in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where we flew in.
Mhm.
Okay.
Had a night with them. Had like ate fish and chips somewhere. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Ollie Short was there.
It was
Chris
just
Farmer
like
was there.
Yeah, it was just sad. Like it was like, wow, we're about to miss out on this
Right.
great life experience.
Yeah.
Like
That wasn't like your first time in Europe, though. You've been like
No.
Europe before
You,
that.
should,
So it
you
wasn't
guys
like-
should have just renegaded it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
Just-
Cola's dad was part of Parliament, and he was like,
What?
almost
Right.
confident that he was gonna save our trip for us.
But it wasn't even for something that you guys did. Like you didn't call them cunts. You just
Right.
showed them the paper that said that or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's even more fucked up. That it wasn't even something that you guys did.
they sensed deception. We said, hey, listen, we won't go to the contest. Trust me, we don't even skate in contests really anyway. We're not even good enough to win
Yeah.
contests. Like we're
Yeah.
street skaters.
We
Like, what
actually
the-
did say that too.
And they're just like, nah, I'm not buying this.
So what, they gave you like a day pass kind of thing, like come back.
Yeah, and
at
they
a certain
back at
time?
8 in the
basically
morning.
like if you don't come back, like a warrant for your arrest
Yeah,
will
and
go
you'll probably
into
be
effect.
screwed.
Right.
Yeah, because it's
That-
overseas.
Cola's dad was trying to get us to be just flown over to Spain because we were supposed to spend like 3 weeks in Barcelona, and they wouldn't even send
Yeah,
us
so why
on
couldn't
over
you-
to Spain. They
No.
made us go home.
Oh, that
No.
sucks.
So to this day, I've never been to Paris or Spain.
Oh.
Do you still
Yeah.
have the document though? Because it
The-
said like so and so, like Sean Kelso, will be sent home on Her Majesty's way.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
That's such an English way
It
of
reminded
saying
me
it.
like something like out of like Alice in Wonder,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Queen of Hearts said, "Off with your."
Been anywhere outside the country though? That was it. After that, you're like, no.
No,
Is your
Oh,
pet?
actually, no, I forgot. We did go to Amsterdam for a winter clash.
Oh yeah, you guys
after
did that a few years ago.
And we were nervous too because we were
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Yeah,
is this
is your
gonna-"
is your
Yeah.
shit like? Do you have like a mark on your passport or
Like,
anything?
you here for
we had a
college, you guys said no.
we had a target in that passport and a clip out.
So you have
of
a
it.
new passport now, and
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
have
I
that.
a new one. Yeah,
But
Mine expired. I haven't had a reason to renew it.
I'm
Yeah.
good to go.
But
that's
maybe if we
that's
do
a-
well with this next line, I'll have a reason. To. So
you
we'll
go.
see.
so if you guys support the basement skate, you know, you might get a nice basement European video out of that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Uh-huh.
You can only hope.
So what do you guys like hope to like ultimately? Because it seems like you guys have a very broad plan of what you're doing. You're like, we're just doing a quick run of skates, but we're not a boot company. It seems like looking from the back, you guys are a very media based company.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
and now we're seeing pants.
Yeah,
and
what-
shirts, which people are getting pretty stoked about.
What's
so,
your deal?
So what's like the
What's your deal?
What's the ultimate? Is there an ultimate goal, or are you guys
Yeah,
just trying
there
to
is.
make
The
this self-sustainable?
It's as simple as this.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate goal is to have fun and be able to continue skating and putting out projects in the way we want them to be presented. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as that. There's no frills, no BS.
So when you started Basement, you weren't like, we're gonna be a skate company, we're gonna be a boot company, we're gonna be a t-shirt company. You were just like, let's just start doing shit and see what happens.
Right. And that's where it. I mean,
That's awesome.
I think if you stick
That's a great
to
way to
these-
come into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you try to stick to these formulas and these certain processes, I think it gets stale, and it loses excitement. I don't know. Like
agree.
we're not holding ourselves to any rules, formulas,
Right.
boundaries. Like we're just trying to simply have fun. That's it.
That's
And
awesome.
You better be having fun because the Jump Street skate is coming out next.
on his coattail too, it just like collaborating with people and like bringing people in, like I mentioned earlier, like
Right.
that's all part of the goal too,
Mm-hmm.
is making people that we love and respect a part of what we're doing basically.
That's awesome.
Right. I mean, that's always what it's been about.
Yeah.
Like having fun, meeting people who you wouldn't meet otherwise. Like I would have never known you if I never put a skate on my foot.
No.
Yeah, of course not.
It brought us all
Right.
together,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it can still continue to do that.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
And I think that's what everyone at least in our age group is kind of looking to do. Just stay in touch with their friends and what they love in that bit of themselves too.
exactly
As well as like offer something fresh to the youth.
right.
Like yeah, like the skate. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think something we want to do and be better at too is kind of being more supportive of the industry in a way. Like we kind of always been like ducking out and being like, oh fuck, being a part of everything. And then I think this year we'll probably try to, like maybe attend more contests, maybe go out to Blade Cup, try and sponsor that.
Cool. You going to
There
the
we go.
Pope
We'll
off?
be there.
Yes,
The Pope
Okay.
off.
We'll see you guys at the Pope off.
I
we might do something live there. We're thinking about it.
you should.
We might
We're
work on
thinking about
something
it.
there.
should.
We got to figure out the logistics, but it
awesome.
might happen.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to skate the comp, or are you just going to support?
He said he's going to win this year. I'm sorry.
Feeling good. We'll see
And if
what
it doesn't
happens.
work, he's going to take his basement money and pay off the judges. slip fish 100 under the table real quick.
Oh shit, Fish is the judge.
Well, even though you already addressed it, just like one more, like what do you say to like the kids who are like hating on you making a boot or saying, oh, it's just another Rosie's boot, dude.
Mhm.
Like what is yours like? Just even though you've kind of already addressed it, just
I could say all the same things about it. It's just a black skate. It's
Right.
just an M12, but
I
that's what we like about
wearing,
it.
like I just said, we want to put things out in our vision.
Mm-hmm.
I like wearing black skates. I like a classic, nostalgic M12 mold. Like I'm doing what makes me feel right at the end of the day. So if you don't like it, don't skate it. That's as simple as it is. There's a lot of options. Choice is a good thing.
Now, you guys were...
Agree.
I do agree with that, too. You guys were obviously doing a little bit of work with John Julio, too. When he was doing Valo and them goods and stuff, he was, like, helping you distribute clothes and stuff like that. What was he doing with you guys? He was doing something.
No, he helped us with our launch, our initial launch statement, which we're truly grateful for. That was
with Basement.
Yeah. He allowed us to use the Them Goods platform, his website, to make our announcement.
Exactly. But so since he was doing Valo at the time, and it was like a M13, V13, whatever the hell you call it. Like, did you guys plan on doing something with him at that time? Since at that time it was
That is a good
a
question.
Valo boot,
So we were actually going to be the next collaborative Follow project with the Basement skate.
So that was coming out like anyway, regardless, kind of.
Well, he was going to be the liaison
Yeah.
between Rosie's and ourselves.
Of course. But was it gonna have a Valo name on it originally?
We were going to call it the B13.
Yeah.
That was
Shit.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
sick.
Matt Luda had designed some logos for really great logos that won't go on to be used, but that's besides the point. But I guess we still just wanted to do it, and if I hope he doesn't feel like we are stepping on any toes, but we did take it upon ourselves to reach out to them personally because we still wanted to do it. And I just would hope that there's no animosity, no bad blood, because it's just something that we wanted to do with a mold that we like to skate.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't see why there would be any animosity, to be honest. You know, John's a reasonable,
I respect
great
him.
guy, yeah.
And admire him, and like, I appreciate what he's doing.
Oh,
like,
dude, he's the president of our whole thing,
of course.
dude.
Of course.
You know?
So, much love and respect.
Much love
So
and
this skate
respect.
was like,
And I have both pairs of them at the moment too. So I mean, I'm supporting.
yeah,
my
there
way,
you go.
So
Did you? This skate was pretty much.
I'm still skating the Valo, so I'm like a bad dude. I'm just super lazy.
Anyone who skates vols now is shunned upon.
It's like the worst thing, I guess.
No,
I'm just
not
kidding.
at all.
No, it's fine.
I would rock my volos again. So this skate was essentially coming out either way, kind of.
it was an idea that we just kept running with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Are there like any? Obviously, people know like you have the skates coming out. People saw like your pants and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you wanted to? That you're gonna come out with that, or are you keeping everything on hush right now, or
No,
what?
I could say that we just have more options than we've ever had before. I think we have a greater quantity of product to choose
We
from.
do.
Don't you say?
Yeah, there's sweatpants, there's a crew neck, hoodies, beanies, hats, polo shirts. I mean,
Crew
You got a whole like
jacket.
winter line kind of
I
coming out.
saw you brought some stuff.
yeah, most
Should
of
we
it's
look
like,
at some stuff?
Did you want to show anything? Like, did you want to show the skate?
I mean, people have seen it.
Okay.
You can
So why'd you bring
check
it?
it out on Blade Tech's Instagram.
Okay.
There's leaked photos. I'll just spill the beans. I don't care. I actually asked that dude. His name's Ryan, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, do you mind?"
Not to blow up the spot or anything. Not to blow up the spot or anything.
Hush. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I asked him. I was like, "Yo, leak these photos and say they're leaked and act like there's no affiliation with face." No, but we actually leaked those photos
Oh, that's cool.
ourselves.
People saw them from this little park edit we put out at Whitehall anyway. They were zooming up and screenshotting.
But that was like
one of the
after
skates.
you announced the skates, no?
No, that was before the first.
Oh,
the
is that
first
why?
pic
Is that why
was
you put
him.
the? Is that why you leaked the photos? Because like they were out anyway, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it was like a blurry photo. We're like, you know what? People are already talking about it. They know it's happening. Like, here,
So what, you
give
just-
them
you-
a better picture.
just have, like, like, a couple
I was already
samples?
hearing the buzzings around too. I was like, how do you know?
Yeah.
So you just got like a couple samples and that's it for now.
I had text that whole day.
Yeah, there's a size 9 and a size 10. So
They were like, "Yo, someone at Rosie's is leaking the photos," and I'm just sitting there like kind of giggling under my
yeah.
breath.
That's funny.
it's like what these rappers do nowadays. They're like, oh yeah, you want to have beef? Yeah, let's sell a bunch of albums. Come on, go.
That's true.
You guys want to have beef?
Yeah.
Were you gonna
believe
keep
that.
300 boxes of skates in the basement?
In the basement.
In the
In the
basement.
How
basement.
appropriate, right?
It's perfect.
How metaphorically?
Yeah.
I mean, that our little small time operation is run out of the basement. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
It's
most
good.
part. It's always good to see the parents too,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, you
Get
guys
the
gotta
slider
come
bars.
over.
Are the benches still there?
Yeah.
Don't sit on benches.
The bench don't want to sit
So,
on the benches.
I don't think people know that story, do they? Or wait, we
It was
showcased
in
it. We've
the video
we've-
and like
yeah.
the B-roll of the
Yeah.
truth, the benches. You saw both of them? Was it two?
yeah, we still do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You, me, and Franco, right? Just us three.
Yeah, we went out one night.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why did we even do that?
I think we were bored or something. I don't
Probably
know.
you're bored and we're like, let's just take these benches, skate them in the basement.
Yeah.
And then your mom was
Those
like
benches
flipping out.
Yeah.
She was so scared. She thought like the cops were gonna follow us and like ransack her basement for the benches. But that's cool if they're still
the New
there.
York guys
Didn't you say like
really
your
brought out
dad
the
used them or
worst in these
something?
two.
Yeah, no. Me and Franco come. We just
They're
tell them to
used.
immediately steal stuff
Yeah.
from schools.
Yeah.
And then the guy like caught us in the middle of it.
Yeah, he's like, just be safe over here.
Yeah.
Like the Ford Explorer doors wide
Yeah,
open.
with the
like,
2 benches in the
yeah.
back seat.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
Good times,
funny.
good
Well, I
times.
think those benches were used the best in the basement anyway.
Yeah, they weren't doing
That's
shit.
they
At,
went to the best use.
they weren't doing shit at that school.
Yeah.
But the world got to enjoy those edits.
Yeah.
I certainly did. Well, is there anything that you guys wanted to talk about regarding basement before we moved on? But just to give you guys the
I mean, if you wanted to just like throw out when the skates and the new line is going to
Sure,
be
yeah.
available, we're shooting for first week of October. Just because there's been a lot of life-changing stuff going on, like Sean mentioned, we both recently found ourselves in new roles within our careers, and we just bought a home.
movingforward.com if you guys are moving
Yep.
forward.
Nice plug. But yeah, so that's why, like, if you're wondering why, like, you haven't seen all that much, it's just because, like, life has been going on for us. But we're about to get back into the swing of things. You're about to see some more stuff coming out with more frequency.
Free video with the drop of it as well.
With the drop of what, skate?
With the drop of everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a clip. I want to get a clip of my
Should come
Valos.
down.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come down.
Dude, I'd love to.
You should.
Can I get a clip
We'll
if I don't
come
rock
to
the
you.
skates?
Yeah.
Dude, we'll have a weekend about it,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Ooh, barbecue, something.
Yeah. Barbecue on the roof.
That sounds cool.
You guys got to come see our new spot.
You guys got a roof too?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the roof looks sick.
We have a
Yeah,
4-story condo, 2,500 square feet. It's gorgeous.
That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, you guys are going to be
Oh, we gotta
comfortable.
come down. We gotta come down before it gets cold.
Yeah, yeah.
At least once.
Well, we'll skate in the cold, too.
But we don't want to. We prefer the nice weather.
I got to check the cameras real quick, but before, earlier, someone, Jean Galang, asked a question about if there's a basement team or you guys just like having like a crew or something like that. Like, what do you consider your crew, I guess, you know?
I mean, that's something we've always talked about. I feel like our crew is our crew. Everyone that you see with us, Alf and Nick.
Right. There's no team. It's just
No.
kind of like-minded individuals that we get along with.
Mm-hmm. Dad Chuck.
Yeah,
It's
Dad
Alf.
Chuck, Alf.
As far as picking some
Marcion,
people.
Anthony.
Capacetti.
Oh, yeah.
Matt.
Duh.
Yeah.
Ant. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I think as far as picking some people to skate the skate, we'll probably try and find some people.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking to a couple guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
they'll be supporters of it.
it was supporters, right? Because everything is very grassroots now,
Right.
right? So
Well, I mean, it has to be.
it
It's
has
like,
to be
Mhm.
for survival.
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love your guys' like latest like fish. I mean, it's not even. I mean, to me, it's
Yeah.
But
No, it's somewhat new.
yeah, the
I mean,
fish guys is so good.
Yeah, the next one,
you
we're
have to get in the next
Dude,
one.
the filming on it is just like I'm just like, wow, everything's so fast and it's
Mhm.
just like so good. Like that's the freaking the point 3 that many people asked about.
Hey.
In
We're starting the next one in October.
Yeah.
So get in.
I need to
Yeah.
get it. I need to get a.
I tried getting in the other year. Remember, it rained on us.
Oh yeah.
I made it to Philly. We woke up at 7 in the morning,
Oh
and
my-
it fucking rained on us.
Yeah.
And we went to like Home Depot. I got a squeegee and shit. Yeah, we,
I forgot about
we got like a big ass squeegee and tried
I
to
can't
squeegee
believe
like the
that.
ramps all dry, and it just wouldn't work. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck! I finally made it down to Philly to film with you guys,
Yeah.
and I got asked out hard.
That's
and we ended up getting
fun.
cheesesteaks and just left.
Yeah. We went to John.
go to
it was
Gino's?
John- no, we went to John's versus Pork that day. Didn't
Yeah,
we
we went to the pork spot.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I
Yeah.
don't like Pat's and Geno's though.
Yeah.
Nothing like
The other
nothing
day,
like Village.
That's the throwback
Yeah.
denial time spot.
we had
that spot.
Nick Labar and Nemo came out and stayed with us over July 4th weekend. And Labar and I, we went to Pat's, down to whole cheesesteak, crossed the street, went to Gino's,
Down all
Yeah.
these
down the whole
Let's
cheesesteak.
go.
I'm down for that next
That's,
time we go.
disgusting.
too.
that's absolutely disgusting.
I love
You're
that.
an animal.
I'm down to do that.
I
Too
love
next
that
time.
kind of stuff. I literally like that. Gets
What's
me
it called
excited.
again? Philly.
Oh, what, the Philly taco?
No, the walk across. The bar had
Oh.
coined a term for it. I think it was just like the Philly double or something.
I don't know.
Labar's in like the Navy right now, right?
He's stationed down in Virginia.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Cheers to Labar. Thanks
Yep.
for taking care of protecting our country. And thank you for your service.
Richard Corley asked, "Would you steal a bench nowadays?"
Hell no.
Probably not.
No way.
I don't think we would need to.
No.
Anyway,
What kind of bench we
That's
talk?
what I'm saying. It depends on the bench.
oh, it
Where's
better be
the
a good bench. Oh, well, that's not happening. We're not.
I mean,
Somebody has to see the boot. You guys said no.
It's
no,
fine.
I mean, I'll show it. Go.
Oh, so get it. What are you talking about? I thought this was what we tried getting it before, and you guys didn't, right?
You can see it on Instagram. Here, you take it out.
But this will be
This is,
nice.
This will be the exclusive.
So this is a
We got an unboxing.
This
This
is
is
size 9,
like
right?
again.
This is the non-league.
Here, can you get that? That side?
Like let's not kid
Wait, turn it around the other way.
It's
Wait, it's upside
a
down,
black
first of all.
M12. It's nothing you haven't seen. It just has.
First time you're seeing it here, guys. Black M12.
Huh.
This is the debut.
It's just a classic, beautiful.
Oh, so this is the one you guys skated.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone totally ripped on these. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. to
So
get-
here we go,
Whose
everyone.
line- What's those liners are sweet.
They're kind of reminiscent of like a early '90s hockey liner.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I
Did you
like
guys
them.
design
Or like
these?
even like
They're
the
different
old
than the
Solomon
regular
liners.
like liners that we used to
They're
have.
a little more plush.
Well, they're a little they're a little padded.
Mhm.
I
That's
like
nice.
these.
That feels good. It's solid, black skate, white laces.
How many sizes did you guys get?
We're only doing 7 through 11.
7 through 11.
The most popular
Good.
sizes.
My favorite
I mean,
store.
It's a limited.
I'm happy it falls in
My
my.
favorite
Yeah,
store.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. And you're aiming to have these available for October 1st.
If all goes according
If all
to
goes
plan.
well?
Yeah.
Are
Is it going to
these,
be boot only or is
Boot
something?
only.
Boot only.
Mm-hmm.
are these different cuff bolts than the normal, like V13
To my
tour?
knowledge, no.
Same things.
Yeah,
I never
I think
rode them.
so.
I just
It's
was
just the
confused.
classic M12 with some small subtle details that we picked that we would like to skate. Just no frills, just all black with small white detail.
That's awesome.
Yeah, classic.
You should get like an option of the mint laces or something.
We wanted, yeah.
Perhaps.
Got the
I
mint
mean,
box.
It's still, yeah.
You wouldn't rock mint laces on them?
I don't know.
You don't even
I don't know.
You don't even
Might
like
be
mint.
too much
You,
flash.
you don't
Might
even.
be
You
too
don't,
much
you
flash.
don't even like mint. Come on. I just found out today Billy
the first
doesn't like
idea
mint.
was a full mint skate, but it just is a larger mint.
I
larger
told
quantity.
Colin when he first told me about it, like if you just had like a mint sole, it would be so sick.
Yeah.
All black, like black frame and just a mint sole would
Yeah.
be so sick.
Like the Cool Snake.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have mint sole, but they had like something. They
mint
had
cuff-
some
mint
kind
cuff.
of mint plastic,
Yeah,
right?
they were like off the, what was that? Send Help Dunk or something.
I don't
The
know anything
Nike?
about shoes.
Nah.
Yeah,
the one that you had a pro
not
skate
big
about.
shoe buff.
Yeah, that one.
Those.
So you always been into that color kind of. It's like a turquoise kind of.
I remember when the Florida Marlins, like Charlotte Hornets came out, I was just like always drawn to that
those
color.
are
I don't know
the
why.
colors.
Dude, I saw some guy like walk into Wawa with an Alonzo Morning jersey
Yeah.
on. I
Oh
thought
my
I was
God,
Like, Yo,
really?
why
That's the
did
first
you not
jersey.
have
Alonzo
the
Mourning.
Alonzo
I
Morning?
had
Wow.
the Alonzo Morning, dude.
Dude, the mugs.
Wait, you
supposed
had
to
it?
be a
I had
piece,
it.
too.
Oh, do you have a
Yeah.
starter
You
jacket
totally-
too?
I had a
Totally.
starter
You had a
jacket.
starter
to go
jacket
with
too?
it. Yeah.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Some guys rapping right now.
Rapping?
Descrates Lumingu, fish guys with fish. I'm gonna cry. I don't know if that was on purpose to rhyme.
I think before we get into a lot of the chat questions, we have a very special question
Oh, do we?
from a video question
Oh, that's right. How can I forget?
from Mr. Eric Garcia.
We have a call-in question today.
Yes, so we're gonna go to that. It's Eric Garcia from JSF, and he has a personal question for the Kelso, so we're gonna play that right now.
By the way, in the future, if anybody wants to do a video submission, I guess just send us a message or whatever, and you're probably more likely to have your questions answered on the show. So this is what Eric had to say for you guys. Oh, let me put some volume on this first.
Damn, we could do a whole video of fish just called Fish Guy.
Fish guy.
No plural, just straight up Fish Guy. Solo video like Ride Like Aaron. Just Fish Guy.
All right, here you go.
What's up, Jump Street Podcast? Eric Garcia here. Great to see that the Kelso brothers are on tonight. And my question for you guys is about your guys' style of skating. It's incredible. It's impeccable. It is unmatched from so many others out there that skate over the decades. And my specific question is you two actually did a lot of your landings off of tricks, and you would tuck one of your arms in forward by your stomach, and it was a specific style, and it was really specific to you two. And not only did I mention this to my buddies and everything, but I've also seen my friends start to do that as well over time. Where did that style develop? And I just really wanted to know, like, where is your style influenced from? All right, guys, peace out.
Shout out OG.
So we kind of
OG.
sort of
Shout out
touched
to the
on that.
OG.
Yeah,
You
shout out
sucker
definitely
fools.
to ESG.
Eric Garcia, ESG.
Wow.
You guys kind of touched on it before where your style came from.
You're going to have to take that one. I feel like I'm more of a head bower.
There you are. Asian influence.
I don't know.
See his question is coming in the form of a compliment. I'm used to hearing negative feedback, specifically
It's true.
whoever was on. I don't know who coined this term. It's pretty funny actually, but the
Waiter arm.
infamous waiter arm. Honestly, if you want to know the truth, I'm honestly a little insecure. I try not to do that. Like I'll watch things over like when we're out filming, and I'll be like, oh, did I do the waiter arm thing? And he's like, yeah, dude, you might want to do that again.
I'll be like, yo, I'm like, yo, I can fix that in post. Like, I'll slow it and cut it or something.
Yeah, yo, cut it quick before it gets like really in there. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. I shouldn't care. I don't know. I don't really have like a source. I guess it's kind of like a natural thing.
That's
that
what
I
style
do.
should be anyway. It's just whatever's natural. And you guys, of course, care so much about it more than anyone else, probably. So, like,
You
it's
know
mostly just a
who
natural flow.
does it a lot? I think the Mushroom guys brought this up, but Christian Rodriguez from Puerto
well,
Rico.
he used to do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
no,
was-
it was this.
That was something I want to talk. That's what I want to talk to
With-
Abdiel when it
With the
comes
wrist
to
guard on as well,
With the
right?
wrist guard.
I had a conversation with Abdiel about that too. Which when we have Abdiel on, we'll have a discussion about that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Because we can
but
save that.
we're going to save that for the other episode.
It's funny because we were talking to Amanda earlier, and I was letting her know that when we grew up skating in our area, we were known as the Puerto Ricans, and it was probably derived from maybe like suitable material or something. So maybe we would show up in like crazy color camo pants, and
We had
just,
like every flavor,
just try
color
to
camo, like
try to skate like
red,
Abdiel and his
blue.
crew.
Dang. They used to call you guys the Puerto Ricans?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, like our
because the suitable material guys
Right.
like
Yeah.
style.
that Puerto Rican
All we skated
section
was
they
ledges.
all had like wild
Yeah.
camouflage.
They were all so good too.
They
Yeah.
were
You still
incredible.
work- you still
Incredibly
work on
good.
that
They
shit,
were
though.
good ledge skaters and they were technical.
No, they used
I'll
to
eat
kill those
rocket
rails.
fish brains on like rails.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
so maybe you got it from Christian.
Maybe I don't
Just
know.
watching
deep
suitable
down
material
inside.
back in the day.
I don't know. A lot of people did weird things with their hands.
me-
like the Unity wrist. You remember those?
Top
like,
acid.
Somebody,
Yeah.
one of my friends like a thing. It was like,
what about the too easy guy?
yeah, that was like a completely different thing. One of my friends like used to say like, it's like soul, X grind, and acid. You my bad.
Yeah.
acid. And you like do this with your arm.
Yeah.
That was me. I kicked it.
Sorry.
That was me. But yeah, it's like people just do weird, crazy shit with their hands. Just how it is.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but just like if I were to theorize it, if I were to come up with my own ideas to why you guys do it, it'd be like if you're landing a trick, you like don't want to touch the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh. And like, you
Yeah.
know, sometimes when you do gaps, it comes really close.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe
right.
you're like, nah.
Nah.
Not
Yeah.
even
Mad
close.
far.
Yeah.
Well, and if that's the case, it should be the opposite. You should land and just do this. I ain't touch. You should have did that in the 900.
It's
You
like
should have
hands
nined it
up.
like
Just
this.
reach straight to the sky.
Baby hands. All right. So, Matt Schurer asks, out of the Philly spots that are gone, which ones do you miss the most? Because we were talking about a bunch of spots that got axed over the years. So, what do you miss the most?
I'll tell you what I don't miss the
What's
William Penn.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
I
gone?
miss William Penn.
Why?
It's gone.
The
That-
long wedge?
Oh,
The little rail in the back.
the
Was
rail.
So good.
Yeah,
the
I never got to
the
skate
the
that.
corner
You guys
rail.
loved that.
I love it,
Yeah.
especially when it was
Yeah.
fat too, and then they changed it to the thin rail.
I love the handicap back in the day. I don't know
handicap was
why. I
banging.
loved it.
It was
Dude.
so easy.
The double
It's
handicap.
gone? That's
Two
gone now?
handicaps?
Yeah, it's all. It's like a practice field for Temple football now.
It's like
Ah.
track and field.
Damn, so much shit changed in Philly.
yeah. I'm gonna go
honestly,
back to the playground rails. Honestly,
Love Park and City
Oh,
Hall.
duh.
Municipal.
Gee,
That's gone?
Muni just got capped
They-
with.
yeah.
I was never a fan of either of those spots.
Really?
No, but just the
Yeah, the
come on.
legendary
Like,
nostalgia of it. Yeah.
There's so much to
Those,
it.
those are
like
still
grow up skating
relevant.
there kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Like they would still be something that you could go to and make work with the way skating is now. You know?
I
Like William Penn, you're not lining up and
Right.
dropping in and
Yeah, that was,
crashing into the pole at the end.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's cool that you got to drop in on that rail though.
that was
Yeah.
cool.
Like the way you
Drop
start
in,
off, then you
land
would
to
line up on
grass
the
a little
side
bit.
and then just run up the wall and drop in.
Yeah.
Oh
Skate
my
it.
god, that was like
It had.
What was the best trick on the ledge in
we
the
must
back?
look so crazy to like everyone else from like just
What do you do?
lining up to a handicap
Yeah.
rail.
Like,
Just-
what are these guys?
He slammed a topsail on it.
he back torqued it both ways one day.
Who?
But he
Latimer back
back
torqued?
torqued it both ways perfectly. But at the time, there was all this mud on his switch side because he switch torqued it over the grass side. So
Wait,
at
William
the-
Penn the ledge? No, he
yeah,
didn't.
dude. Yeah, I watched
Really?
him.
I don't
Story
know.
was he was on
What was that
mushrooms.
in?
He couldn't even talk that
What
day.
was that
He was
in?
going. "Bleh."
What was that in?
So you never know.
What, he torqued it both ways. You were there?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Wait,
he
so
did.
no one filmed it?
God.
I think what was that guy from Hawaii? His name Carlos something. He was up on the
Cassell
roof with.
or something?
He was up on the roof with the XL. I'm like,
Like a FP. The
yeah.
Yes, I remember
Carlos
that.
Kinney.
Yeah, I think
Was that
so.
his name?
I think it
he
might
was
have
up on the
been.
roof filming with an XL.
That sounds right.
So it never went anywhere.
Wow.
No.
It went
I-
straight to his spank bank.
Yeah, I don't know. But
There's probably lots of great footage like that just
So
never.
much.
I mean, Frederick, for one, I know has done incredible things that have just never been filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's kind of like that thing with you and DL at what is the temple spot with the two by fours?
Yeah.
Like, where is that footage? No one had a camera
Scott
that day.
Hine. No,
Does Jobber have it?
Jobber has it.
Jobber put that in a video, but where are those videos? Like, who has those?
Someone has it. Our good buddy Dustin has all of the old Jobber videos. He might have it logged somewhere.
That is crude. That I remember that footage. That day, my mind was just like, "What is happening?" Like that, rolling down the 2x4s and they're just bending.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like, "Wow, I'm
Like, it was
so
insane.
bad at skating." Right. So funny.
I want to go back to that kid's question, though, because I think one thing that Philadelphia did that was special was that they saved all the concrete from Love Park and City Hall.
Yeah.
And now you can find all that concrete scattered all
That's
over
what's
our
up.
new cement parks all over the city. So they preserved the history. In
It's
some
more
sort
than
of
just
way.
paints?
that Matt Scher asked that question.
Yeah.
Oh, what's?
Yeah, that
Oh.
not that kid.
Oh, I didn't know. It was
We
Matt
know
Scher.
Matt.
I didn't know.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt. Hey, Brent. Matt and Brent are brothers. Yeah, we grew up with them skating borderline nights. Little guys.
Wait, so those City Hall ledges are more than just paints? They're in other places?
They're
Uh,
at skate parks now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just paints.
like the benches and stuff.
Hmm.
The skateboarders in the community
Petition.
run.
Yeah.
Well, some of them are involved in local government, but there's
They just run it all, dude.
Yeah.
they really do. They're
Yeah.
organized.
I mean,
It's
dude,
impressive.
they're in the Olympics in 2020.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are.
But they petitioned to get the old concrete, and they're building like pop-up parks all over like low-income areas where there's like free empty space, and they're promoting it as, hey, this is a great outlet for kids to go after school, so they're not getting involved in
Yeah.
other
Like,
bad
it's like
things
throwing
that could be
basketball
doing.
courts in like the neighborhood or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Exactly. So they've been using that. They've been recycling that concrete. So there's still pockets where you can go and skate the historic cement, which is
Yeah.
pretty neat.
That is pretty
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Still
That's
smells
cool. That's
like
not going
bumpy.
to waste, you know.
Right. Yeah. It's a cool thing.
Matt Rice says, who are your favorite people to watch skate these days?
Oh gosh. I mean, honestly, anybody that I grew up skating next to, like if you're still putting on skates and like doing
Anything.
anything
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
it's impressive. And especially if you're doing something that's like relevant and like actually really dope,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more props to you.
Yeah.
It's sick, yeah. Alf and Dad Chuck.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about
Love
newer
those
guys? What about newer guys? Any newer guys?
I think Bobby Spaz is pretty cool. I think there's a guy from Korea. Do you know how to pronounce his name?
I call him Jack Cabot, but I think it's J.N. Cabot.
Jack
He's
Cabot
really
is a pretty
sick.
cool name.
I like calling him Jack
It's a good
Cabot.
band name. Black Sabbath cover band.
He's good.
It's cool.
I don't know.
That's it.
I like all the guys that I've always worked with.
Right,
Like
right.
they're my favorite because I don't know.
Yeah.
I know how to work with them,
Mhm.
so I always like watching to see what they're doing, and I always wish that I could be filming them if I'm
Right.
not.
Mm.
Nice.
Uh,
I got a question.
Okay,
I
go
got a
ahead.
couple questions here
Go
from
ahead.
the Instagram.
oh, yes, right.
So Bang Bang Danny is asking about do you guys have any future film projects? Like specifically, he was wondering about the True 3. But do you have any like bigger film projects that you guys are thinking about doing?
Well,
I mean-
we mentioned the Fish Guys thing.
Mhm.
Right now, we're working on something. We don't know what it's going to be.
Mhm.
You would probably be better.
We're just collecting
Just
at this
stacking.
point,
It's collecting
and
footage,
we've been
stacking.
skating so much, and it's just stacking. So
But no specific
no
plans.
specific. It'll probably just be like kind of like a style video that I've made in the past, kind of like mixtape
A
style. maybe
VOD?
at
Or
parts.
is that the one that's coming
No,
out with the
We're gonna
launch
put that out with the launch for free,
Cool.
just so people can watch and
promotion for your shit?
yeah.
Sick.
It's not going to be as long, I guess, a long span of filming as our stuff in the past. So,
Right.
but it's still happening. Then Fish Guys, and then hopefully early next year, we can take a trip overseas and make something happen.
That's what I'm really looking forward
Yeah.
to.
That's cool.
It'd be like just for me, I can speak for myself, but like just getting out of the country and feeling that type of energy. I haven't felt that in a while. we're in a position where we can actually get back to that. So,
Right. And the coolest part is, like, whenever we went overseas, we're always led by somebody. It's going to be up to us to do the leading. And I think that
sometimes that's better.
me
Like,
really
out of all the
excited
places I've
about
been
it,
to, usually, like,
That's
we have, like, the
awesome.
locals take us to spots, and they're, like,
Doing it as an
old
adult.
spots,
Yes.
whatever,
Yeah.
but...
Not like, Ali Bennett, we're hungry.
Yeah.
Like, we'll eat later, boys. Like, no. Totally, man. No, I know.
But it's just sometimes better just finding shit on your own. Like,
Yeah.
you see shit with your own eyes instead of, like, people, like, bringing in the spots that they like to skate or shit that's already, everyone's skated already a million times. So, like, you skate around the city with your own eyes and you find shit that maybe the locals never saw before. You know? That's, like, usually better anyway.
Couldn't agree more.
That's cool. And we were actually, when we were thinking about what section to put on, like, I was looking through your sections, but I kind of wanted to put on your checkmate section when you were, like, in Europe, your Europe checkmate, just because you probably have, like, stories from that, just because you were just, like, all over the place.
Place.
But now
That
that
was a fun
reminds
trip,
you back to, like, how you want to go back to Europe and film another video.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the places that you visited during that trip like a country of, like, your family's heritage?
So not during that trip. I think I went to Prague without Colin.
Okay.
And I think that we have some deep relatives that came from there.
Yeah, I think I remember talking about when you guys were there.
Yeah.
Like, there's some
Like Eastern European.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just remember talking about it.
Yeah.
Had a brain.
What other Graham
Opposite
questions you got?
Oh, okay, yeah. This is one that came up about 3 times. People,
Gotta be good.
what is up with the freaking? It's not even that good. People are like? What's the deal with the phrase "freaking the point 3"? Even though I think it's self-explanatory,
It really is.
I feel like we just.
Why do
have
you
to-
say it a lot and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we always say it. Like,
I know, I didn't know people like.
freak the point 3. It's
Yeah.
just operating the fisheye lens with precision.
Right.
Webster's dictionary would define it as.
That's funny.
It just means operate the fisheye
lens with
precision and accuracy.
Well, I think long lens you know
Takes a
it's
lot more skill.
Well,
Maybe it depends.
it's I think it's open. Like it can be critiqued.
I think
Hold on, I'm not.
I think to
I'm
film
lost my train of
fisheye, you have to be a really, really good skater. That's what I think. And I'm not propping
Fisheye,
myself on
right.
being a really good skater or anything, but I can definitely
well,
hold down
you're
skates.
past
so.
a certain
Yeah.
understanding is way,
I think the best fisheye filmers are the best skaters too.
Totally.
They're good at skating.
They know
just
what-
as I mean, look at Alex. Like, he can film fisheye just like we can for the most part.
Can he?
He's good.
Is he?
Yeah, he filmed a lot of my Casey Mo part.
Nice.
It's nasty.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys work the point 3 like it's an art form.
Yeah.
Like it's its own thing,
amazing.
right?
Yeah. Some like the Fish Guys 3, I just remember just watching and being like blown away. I was like, wow.
Mhm.
Like some of those things are just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I was like, how do you get that close?
It's
like,
so
There's
fun.
risk involved.
It's-
in
yeah,
it.
totally.
I remember, like, 'cause
Totally.
I haven't skated with you guys in like years. After like after like the true stuff, like I haven't skated with you guys in years. And then the first time I went to Payne's for a Tuesday night skate, I skated with you guys, and you were filming the Tuesday night skate edits on your
Yeah.
Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, film me, guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, filming. I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah,
you guys
back up, yo.
You guys are filming my laces and
Yeah.
shit. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And I remember I was like, I don't know if you guys always film like that, or I just wasn't used to it because I haven't skated with like people who film like that in a long ass
Yeah.
time. And I was like, for the skater itself, it's like a whole different experience
Right,
as well.
yeah.
It's like
It's scary
you have to get
sometimes.
used to that. I'm sure like now everyone who you skate with get used to filming it.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Well, it's also like the VX style of filming got adapted by like the Panasonics because everyone was just starting mounting the fisheye on. So that kind of filming became possible in HD.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when that happened,
And you guys have been through like so many phases of like cameras. It's just crazy to think about. Like
Yeah.
you guys.
we still have the HVX from Wolfie. Was it
Wolfie? Oh, the same one?
I still have Wolfie's fisheye from True 2. Or
Oh,
not
shit,
fisheye.
the
it's,
camera,
HVX. Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, we should probably do like maybe 4
How many more
to
Instagram?
5 more
How many more
questions.
Instagram questions you got?
I've addressed them all, so that's done.
Okay,
So, whatever we got for the top ones online, and then I think we should call it. You know, we've had our good friends come up from Philly,
This is
this is our first time. Like, I mean, I saw Sean down at Tuesday Night Skate like about a month and a half ago. I haven't seen Colin since the Boss Sheep Hope
Right.
skate off
The first
about
one.
2 years ago, and this is our first. We're kind of just catching up in front of the camera and on the podcast in front of everyone. Like, you know, we're just like, oh, come by, and they came 10 minutes before we before 8, And
Yeah, we got lucky.
we briefly just how you doing? How's everyone? Ate some
Yeah.
pizza.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Yeah.
eat some pizza after this.
Those were some good
And
squares.
the good, the good
We
squares.
should
Yeah,
get
we're-
them to sponsor.
We should get.
Yeah.
Oh man, if
Good
we
call.
could, hopefully. What's the name of that pizzeria?
Via Ponte.
Okay, we're gonna do a quick free one for Via Ponte
Mhm.
in Staten Island. If you guys come down to Staten Island, stop at Via Ponte. Some of the best fresh mozzarella slices you've ever had.
Mozzarella.
Oh, it's nothing like it. Austin, what do you think? Do you like Via Ponte?
That's my favorite pizza.
It's your favorite pizza.
Favorite.
You ever spark words like, for instance, anytime I hear the word mozzarella, I always think of you because you always said mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Yes, of course, of course. There's always those words. Like it's funny. Like I was, I was talking to Jeff Reddick actually last week or 2
Were
weeks ago.
you?
Yeah, because
What?
he called me because of Rob to find out what happened with Rob
Oh,
G.
shit.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, which we had, and he was just like, Bill, what's going on? And I just remember like when I was still Billy, he called me Bill.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was like still like Billy, but he would call me Bill, and he would call Richard Richie.
Yeah.
Yo, Rich. He was just like such a Philly Guido, man. But he's like also like the Ripper Blader, so he's just like the man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
Jeff.
don't question it.
No.
You just accept it. One time, I'll never forget this. We were like in the midst of filming Truth 2, and he came over. Forget like what specific reason, but we were like kind of like hyped because we wanted to show him like some footage.
Right.
But before we even got into it, Sean's like, "Hey Jeff, would you like a beer? I have Yingling or Labatt Blue." And he goes, "I always knew you were white trash, Kelso."
When you're my age, you drink vodka.
That is the most Jeff DiFederico thing you can say.
He always drank the Yinglings, though.
Yeah.
That's light.
He's
I could just
funny.
see him calling like just like last name, calling me like
Yeah.
I always knew you were white trash, Kelso. Oh, it's so good.
All right, we're gonna call it though. We're running our batteries all dying and shit. 2-hour episode.
As
But-
all our batteries
Well,
down?
no, that's good, but the lights going out and shit.
Okay, well, you know what? Do we have any more questions or one more?
We actually have over 100% increase in viewers from last
Oh,
episode.
shit.
So,
I'm trying
Thank
to
you,
figure out the
everyone,
math
for
on. I'm not
tuning
that good
in.
on math.
well, it's probably more than that. We'll see like when you're done with it, whatever. But we're doing really good. Like everyone's interested.
Is the
in shit.
camera still on?
It's on, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I just before we wrap it up, we kind of wanted to do a long Q&A with you guys again, but I think we dragged it on a while because it's easy to do that with us.
Yeah, there's
We're
a lot
all
to talk
friends.
about.
We're catching up,
Yeah.
and we don't want to like bore anyone on the
Yeah.
show with over things, but
We got our own
it was really
stories
great that
to
you
share.
guys came by,
Thank you
and
so
Yeah.
I really appreciate you doing that because I know it's like a long drive from Philadelphia, and it just means a lot. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing what's going on with Basement and everything that you're doing, and we really look forward to seeing what's going to be coming out of everything from this, and we look forward to seeing the skating. We look forward to seeing all the products, and hopefully get to try and those. I want a pair of those pants.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe we could try
Yeah.
to.
I know a lot of people were buzzing about the pants like
They're
right
so
after the
sick.
skates.
They're
They
sick.
look sick.
They're so good.
Denial Print Co. did a fabulous job. with them.
They're doing our
Yes.
shirts too.
Shout
we
out
we just started talking to Majet.
Kilgore, Majet,
Shout
Alf.
out Adam
Yeah.
Kilgore, Majet, Alf.
They do a good job.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Before we sign off here, just make sure you like this video, follow us on everything. We're on Instagram. Follow our Facebook page, YouTube channel, where we're going to post like the edited video of this tomorrow. If you're just streaming music, listen to it we're on SoundCloud and Stitcher right now. We're waiting on our iTunes approval. Other than that, also, if you feel like,
And check out Basement. What's your guys' website?
yeah.
Just basement.com.
Basement.com.
Is that where to buy all the shit?
That's why everything is there. Yep.
So basement.com.
Yep.
We're
Check
gonna
them out.
have updates. So if you follow us on social media,
Make
you'll
sure
be
to
seeing
follow them too.
Just Basement.
Just basement, right?
Instagram,
Basement.
Instagram, Facebook,
Hell yeah, follow them.
Basement.
All the fresh content.
BACEMINT.
Thank you.
Basement.com.
Yep. There
Thank
you
you
go.
guys for coming
Support
back.
the real
Dude, thank
supporters.
you guys. Thank you guys for having us, and you guys should
My
come
man.
work with us too.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you everyone for tuning in again. We'll see you guys next Wednesday at 8.
Next Wednesday at 8.
All right, we just locked it in right now. Next
We're
Wednesday
locked
at
in.
8. All right, there we go. We'll see you guys then. Thanks again.
Take care.